We're not ready. Okay. All right. We are on live. It's on the air. Let me go to let me refresh this. Man, you're lying. Yes, I do. What are you talking about? I should be live right now. Live control room.
It says live on top of the screen.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, mine
yeah.
says live.
Yeah, we live. What time this start? Okay. All right. What's going on, everybody? It's time for the weekly live stream with not only myself, but Miss Tanya and Miss Gabriella. So you want to holler at everybody, and excuse my daughter back here. She wants to always be part of my shows. You hear her, right,
That's
everybody?
cute.
Now leave Simba alone. Simba's getting in trouble today. Scott, why? What's going on? Yeah, Miss Tanya, what's going on today? How's your life?
Oh, it's doing good. Doing good. I love the weather this time of year. Y'all might hear the birds chirping. I love being outside when it feels like this.
Yeah, the weather was nice here today too.
Yeah.
Like we're having that weather change, going from cold to spring and all other stuff. I was dealing with a lot of cold and stuff like that, so I'm like, shoot, So even though the day when I made that video about the Black Panthers and the Huey P. Newton Gun Club, my voice was just throwed that day.
Yeah, I
So
kept seeing comments. Everybody was like, "Are you
yeah,
sick?"
so my voice is about 85% now. So during the show, I'm gonna be having my halls here. Everybody can see it, my halls, sugar-free halls.
They better
So,
pay you for that.
huh? Yeah, they
They better
should pay.
pay you.
They should pay me for that. You're right about that. So what's going on, Gabrielle?
Everything's going good. It stopped raining, thank goodness. And I was able to handle something I was dealing with out of court, so thank God. I'm
Great.
happy about that.
Always good to take care of our legal matters. Outside of them folks, if we always can.
Mhm.
Are you gonna do a live stream every few? I don't know. It said W. I don't know what that was, Scarlett. Um. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and start the live stream. Yes, we are doing weekly live streams on this channel, the Advice Show Media channel. Make sure you subscribe. Look out for it. We're not doing the calls like we were before. I explained that on the Advice Show TV. We're doing the live stream. See everybody on here now. Everybody can say their opinion. You see them, in real time, not just me anymore. So that's where we're gonna go. Um, we want to talk about three things today. Fat shaming. We're gonna talk about weak men that marry loose women, and then we're gonna talk about the definitely go to the racist websites that we talked about last week. Um, so they had what brought this up. Like I said, the show is gonna look at current trends, things that's going on within social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and different things in the world. And maybe we can bring some sort of moral story to it, right? Outside of what we do on the Advice Show TV. So they had a model. Miss Gabrielle, how do you say this woman's name?
Beats me. It looks like Ishka something.
Okay, Lawrence is her last name.
You know, her name was Lawrence.
Okay,
It's Iskra. I don't know how to pronounce that.
okay. So she was trending, at least this morning, about a video she made, and they were calling her fat. And I
Mhm.
saw the picture of the chick. I said, where at? I don't really see it.
Mhm.
So the picture that she took a picture of, she was eating some potato chips and she shot the bird at him. But I went to look at the other pictures. She was extremely, ripped. I mean, like six pack, muscle
Mhm.
definition. She had it all that. So basically, she let that part of it go. So she would
Mhm.
be considered just a normal woman, right?
Mhm.
So a no-name troll said that to her, and so she made a video in response. So the fat shaming thing they talk about today, I'm gonna tell you, you can tell a person they fat. If they really are fat, they know that already. You tell them something they already know. Do you really think that when you say you're fat, they're gonna say, "Oh, let me go run a mile because they call me fat"? Usually, A lot of times with people when they have weight issues, there's a couple of things. It could be possibly something medical. That could be part of it. Maybe they have thyroid issues, possibly. Maybe they're older, their metabolism slowed down, so they can't eat certain foods anymore, and they haven't come to grips that they can't let certain things go. Um, Some could be emotional. Could be you could be depressed about some things, and I know from experience that sometimes you're depressed, you don't want to eat, you lose your appetite. Then at times you are depressed, you just want to eat.
Mhm.
Excuse me, because it gives you comfort. Now, I use me for an example. I'm the best person to talk about all some of this. All my life, from a child all the way up to I'll say about 33 years old, 34, I was always extremely fit and everything. At 34 years old, I started gaining weight when I used to eat a certain way, right? To the
Mhm.
point where I have the weight I have, I guess, kind of minus 2 weeks ago now. And it was, I didn't understand through education because a lot of times we are very ignorant of our bodies and ignorant of what we eat. Certain people just can't have certain things. And I'm that kind of person that definitely come to a realization I can't eat bread. I can't eat rice. I can't eat potatoes. I just can't. In no form or no variation. I have to treat that like you would treat a chocolate cake. Something you have every blue moon, every holiday. Um, I used to eat all that stuff till I was blue in the face. Red meat, I'd stay away from that. Pork, definitely leave that pork alone, and lean more to vegetables. Um, definitely read more into Dr. Sibby and how he said don't eat nothing out of a can. And really, Miss Gabriella can attest to this. She's in school. At least 90% of your overall physique is your diet. The 10% is the
Mhm.
gym, right, Miss Gabriella?
Yeah. Because I mean, I had the same problem myself because, like, when I had first got diagnosed with asthma, I actually put on weight because I didn't know how to exercise with asthma because it was almost impossible. I mean, now I know how to manage it, but when I first got diagnosed, I put on like maybe 15, almost 20 pounds just because I couldn't move. Um, but a lot of your weight loss does have to do with diet, and a lot of people are sensitive to foods and they don't even know. Myself, I'm sensitive to carbohydrates and I'm lactose intolerant. And when I eat any of those foods, I just puff up. Like I can gain up to 10 pounds of water weight just eating carbohydrates, and that's just one meal. Just if I had like one plate of rice, the next day I'm gonna be like maybe 10 pounds heavier. It's crazy, but it just happens. Um, the thing is that I actually realized through reflection and listening to other people that fat shaming doesn't work. Um, I mean, body shaming in general does not work. You can't bully someone into wanting to change. If they want to make the change, then fine. But the best way to go about it is through positive reinforcement. And a lot of people just don't know. I mean, there is a lot of information out there, but there isn't a lot of the right information. A lot of people think that you can eat whatever you want and still lose weight, but sometimes that's not the case for everybody. For myself, when I was eating stuff I wasn't supposed to eat, I was working out almost every day. Still didn't lose any weight, and I didn't know why. Then I had to start cutting back and cut back on foods like sugar was a big one. Sugar, bread, all that stuff. And so, I mean, I used to kind of be more critical and be like, oh, you should work out, you should eat right. But at the same time, I realized that if it's just like emotional abuse in the household. If someone is always belittling their spouse or their children, that's not going to make them change. That's going to make it, if anything, they're just going to want to rebel more. And it's going to make them feel bad about themselves. That's not going to change anything.
Well,
That will
Miss
make them worse.
Gabriella, let me say something for me. I'm looking at these comments. It's saying about laziness. You know, you could not exercise a day in your life, but if you just eat right, you won't have weight. That's the issue. It's the diet. It's not going to the gym. I can tell you what, you can go to the gym every day, and if you eat the standard American diet, you're still gonna be overweight. Correct, Miss Gabriella?
Yeah, I just said that. I had hit a plateau for almost a year. I was like, why? I work out every day. I lift weights. Like, I lift weights. I do cardio. I do everything. Why am I not losing weight? It was the diet. The standard American diet is not healthy. It's just not.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Because other cultures don't have gyms on every corner, but they also stay thin just because they eat right.
Mhm. And they're more mobile too. They're not as sedentary because a lot of our jobs require us to just sit down, which is not really healthy either. I mean, our bodies
Right.
are not designed to be sitting up straight in the chair all for 8 hours straight. That's. And then just like I said, it's not laziness. I just said that when I had asthma and I didn't know how to manage it, I was coughing to the point where I would have nosebleed. Do you think that that's? I mean, that's hard to try to exercise with that. Do I exercise now? Yeah, but during that time, every time I would try to set foot in the gym, I would be hacking and coughing to the point where people would be like looking at me like, "Are you gonna die?"
And some medications also prevent you from naturally losing weight. I mean, like
Mhm.
you could be on a really healthy no carbs diet, but if you're taking certain antidepressants like SSRIs, SNRIs,
Mhm.
that's going to actually prevent you from losing weight. So
Mhm.
you just never know what's going on in somebody's life. You really don't.
Ooh. The person said right here, Scott Wild said, I've been active, but the reason why I slimmed down that much because of all that fast food. Let me tell you something. Fast food is the devil.
It
Just keep
is.
that in your mind. Fast food is the devil. There's nothing they serve in fast food restaurants that's good for you. Nothing.
Water.
Nothing.
The water though.
Water. Okay, get you a water. Maybe what? I wouldn't even get a salad from them people because they're not even used to
No,
making
sugar.
salad.
There's sugar in it, and the meat is too salty. So
Do what?
the meat is too salty, and there's sugar in all the dressing.
Yeah.
So.
It just depends on which one you. Well, yeah, the ones they serve over there, yeah. But like I told you guys, when my doctor put me on, just to really strip me of things and got me on the straight and narrow. It's been
Mhm.
2 weeks into it, and it's like night
Mhm.
and day, literally on the way I feel, my mobility, um, energy wise, minus the cold, all that. It's been great. Leaving the red meat, leaving the pork, leaving the bread, rice, potatoes, none of that stuff. Just water. Don't drink calories. Just 0 calorie. Eating,
Mhm.
fish, chicken, salads. Only grill stuff or whatever. It's great. So I was like, oh, I didn't get over this cold. I want to hit the gym like 7 o'clock in the morning. Hit the gym, hit your weights, do your cardio, stuff like that. Then shoot, by the time you go see your doctor in 3 months, he'd be impressed. But
Mhm.
I really feel the American diet is killing us. And then especially, let's talk about us as African Americans. I had saw, and I posted this to the Instagram page, an African American food pyramid that we can't eat the American diet as African Americans.
Mhm.
Um, Dairy and meat is actually something you're supposed to eat extremely minimum as African Americans. We're supposed to eat more of a plant based diet and fish and chicken and
Mhm.
grains and stuff like that on this pyramid. We want dairy because a lot of African Americans are lactose intolerant.
Yeah, we are. And it's funny because it's just that our ancestors weren't exposed to it. Europeans were exposed to milk first. And there was, I mean, I learned about that in class too, ironically. So
Hmm.
it was like, professor wrote down this chart, and it was basically Europeans at the top, and then it went down to like Asians, Hispanics, and then African descent.
Hmm.
So those, from top to bottom, those are the people that really, the people on the bottom really shouldn't be messing with dairy because that's just not something that our bodies were used to.
Correct. Correct. So and then the weight. Then I guess if you're gonna drink dairy, try to drink organic if you can, or buy
Hmm.
everything organic if you can. Like I said, I've been like I said, found the Dr. Sebi advice. Don't get nothing in a can when it comes to your vegetables. So like get your
Hmm.
green beans, get your cauliflower, your broccoli, all this stuff. You get it fresh, cook it, eat it up. Have a good time eating your food. Because Dr. Sebi, he if you please look into Dr. Sebi, he has helped cure a lot of people, and in the American media and the medical field don't want to give this man no credit. Research that dude, Dr. Sebi. Isn't he still in Honduras somewhere? 'Cause that's what Left Eye went see, right? When she died, you remember? In
No,
TLC. Yeah, she said, I love fast food though. Yeah, but it's gonna kill you though. That's the thing. I like fast food too. Trust me. French fries. I even was reading stuff about what lowers men's testosterone level, which you don't want that to lower. You know, French fries lowers your testosterone, so you don't need to be eating French fries as a man. Testosterone affects you in a lot of areas. You know, so lactose, KUN, their weight is it. You know, fast food just, well, some people say in moderation. No, no, no. Let me explain to you about me and food. I'm like a crackhead. Okay, a crackhead in recovery or alcoholic in recovery. You cannot put sit them in the middle of somebody who's drinking or have drinking around them because they get one taste, they gonna relapse.
Yep.
Okay, so if a person likes food, like I'm a big eater. That's always been my thing, eating big mass quantities of food. But I had never gained weight for years until I got older, right? Since you like mass quantities of food or certain things, you just stay away from it. You don't go to fast food because that's what you like. And some people say, well, I can have a little piece. Well, that's you. Me, I got to go cold turkey. Or if I get on it again, I'm going to binge eat to the point I probably gain 30 pounds in probably about 3 weeks.
Wow.
So I have to literally stay away from it. I
Mm-hmm.
can't have it. I can't touch it. You know, I wish I was the type of person that can be like, you say a person, say pizza. See, I can't go no pizza buffets, no CC's pizza, you know, candy, you know, like one of my favorite candies was Skittles. And then a friend of mine told me, you know, how you think them Skittles are nothing but sugar balls, if you think about it. And I'm like,
Pretty much.
little mini sugar balls. And I said, you ain't lying. Actually, it is. I said, it's so good. But I don't eat any of that because I said, I can't have it. I'm trying to take care of myself. And it's selfish of me to not take care of myself because then I got family, kids. I got to keep giving hell to these Blackphobics and hell to everybody that's doing wrong. I can't do it being sick. So I got to take care of myself so I can live a long time and give them hell. You know, some people saying staying vegan. Yeah,
Well, I
you.
mean, I don't know about the vegan thing because our body is not made to take in a whole lot of carbohydrates coming from vegetables. So, if you look at countries where they eat a predominantly vegan diet, they have health problems that we haven't even heard of over here. And so, yes, you mean it's not that you shouldn't eat fruits and vegetables. You should.
Mm,
However, your whole diet should not be like 90% vegetables and then like 10% meat. That's not going to work either.
no,
Or
no,
no
no,
meat. That's not going to work either.
no. I
Unless you
eat
have some type of health issue.
like no me. I gotta have my protein. Period. Because I believe
Hmm.
because I have to have protein. Because you go start lifting heavy weight, you need all the extra protein you can get. So I gotta
Hmm.
have my chicken. I gotta have my fish. You know, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Uh, but you know, then I may switch it up. Sometimes I may want fresh vegetables. Sometimes I may want a meat and some salad. You know, something like that. Gotta get on that Activia yogurt, Dan and Activia. Don't want to put that good bacteria in your stomach. In the morning, what I've been doing, Ms. Gabrielle, is for a few weeks. First week I drank green tea, hot green tea in the morning,
Hmm.
and then now I'm drinking a raspberry ketone tea with the what's that stuff? That's that weight loss stuff that's in that tea. God, the name. It started with a G.
Garcinia,
There you go. There you go. So
What's it called?
Garcinia, something. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's
yeah,
I think it's
Okay.
Garcinia.
yeah. But
Garcinia.
see, that's what I do every morning. I got we got our Keurig here. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I get my hot tea, drink that junk because all that helps with metabolism and it's a natural fat burner. So you just drink that stuff. I would drink it in the morning. That's what's been helping me out. I mean, and I was going through my day. So see, I don't even fool with that diet soda like that.
Oh, no, it's bad for you. You know the funny thing is that if you eat a whole lot of artificial sugar, what happens is that when you stop doing that, you're gonna have sugar cravings. So because I mean the body still recognizes it as a sugar. It has the same natural responses that it does when your body ingests sugar. So you might as well just leave all that alone. I mean, you
Yeah.
might as well just drink a regular soda if you want
I
to.
mean, well, it is a difference. I mean, like if I wouldn't tell a person to completely strip themselves of everything because some people can't. But I would say don't make it an everyday thing. Oh, it's a 0 calories, so I'm about to drink 10 of them. No, don't
Mm-hmm.
do that. Like you want one with your dinner, maybe. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
something like that, possibly, if you need that. But for the most part, just drink water. You know, those fruit juices. Like I said, I stay away from fruit juices because they all full of sugar. And you know, maybe when people are big on Splenda, I never liked that Splenda stuff because then you look at Splenda hurting, killing people.
You
You
know,
know.
all fake sugars are bad for you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like in my tea in the morning, I have I got a good sized bag of organic sugar. Okay,
Hmm.
organic cane sugar. I put my 2 teaspoons in my tea, bring my jug, and I'm good. I don't put that fake sugar in there. Forget that. It's organic sugar to come from the Lord. That's the best one for you. If
That's
ain't
so
man
cool.
made, hey,
That's
it's true.
right.
If ain't man made, it's screwed up, obviously. And you know, a
Mhm.
lot of times we look at the old people, right? We talk about the old people used to eat everything. But the old people, you know, which I'm glad I'm young enough to remember the old people, they grew their own vegetables. They had their own, a lot of times, cows, chickens, pigs, whatever. Now, I grew up in a, Cajun household. So in a Cajun household, you eat a whole lot of different things, you know. You eat you definitely your sausage and, different variations of chicken, fried chicken, smothered chicken, baked chicken, barbecue chicken. You eat turkey necks. You eat, okra, which I love okra to death. I love it. Hey, if anybody can fix okra the right way, I would eat it. Cabbage, love cabbage. But that cabbage got to have the right sausage in there, and especially that purple cabbage. That purple cabbage is good. I can eat that purple cabbage by itself in a bowl. I don't need nothing else. Sweet potatoes, stuff like that. My grandfather and them grew watermelon, grew onion, grew jalapenos, fresh jalapenos, and they would pick this stuff. And my grandmother would cut it or freeze some of the okra, and sometimes she'd give it away. We had a neighbor across the street had a big pecan tree, so you get fresh pecans from the neighbor, and she would make pecan candy with it, or pecan cookies or whatever you mean with fresh pecans.
Mhm.
Another neighbor had figs. She would send over big bags of figs fresh off the tree. My grandmother made them fig preserves. Well, that junk be good, and some buttermilk biscuits, like homemade buttermilk, of course. Buttermilk biscuits or some pancakes. See, because I grew up at a time that, you know, my grandmother and them, that's all they did was cook every day.
But you know
Cook.
what you said though, there was nothing that came out of a can, really. It
No, not really.
was
No,
always fresh,
fresh. Yeah,
local grown stuff from your neighbors.
yeah,
That's the difference. They didn't eat a whole lot of boxed food like we do.
that's true. Even the eggs, they had the people on the other side. They had a lot of chicken coops lined up, right? So they was give eggs away. So you always had fresh stuff. Versus
Mhm.
now everything is in a bag, in a brown paper bag. Like really, that's how we eat now? A brown bag? I mean,
Mhm.
where's the fresh food? Where's the family? Like sit down with your family and eat together. Everybody eating in front of the TV, eating in their room. Everybody scattered. Not spending time no more. And I'm used to that. Sit down with family, eating and talking. How's your day? And it's just that's just how we would do it growing up. At least in a uh, Cajun household. I have a lot of deep roots in Louisiana and here in Texas. Yeah, cabbage is good. Yeah, if somebody say people don't use their yards to grow food anymore, you're right. They don't. They don't.
Mhm.
They don't. And then people who are trying to grow food notice that they're giving them problems now. People that's collecting rainwater, they giving them problems. You heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rainwater, really?
it's supposed to be illegal, which is
How
pretty.
is it illegal to collect something that God has given? You didn't pay for that.
Everything's illegal that God created. I mean, they want everything to be man-made now.
Mhm.
And these people are killing us. Like really, like real talk. These people and I've been studying so heavy into all these different foods, these chemicals they put in the foods as of recent. These
Especially
people.
meat. The chemicals they put in the meat, like they put
Mhm.
carbon monoxide in our meat. You should
Mm-hmm.
always buy your meat fresh. Go to the butcher. They don't do that there.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
So what have you been reading about, Phil?
I've been reading about this all the stuff that's in our food, the chemicals that's in our food, like the preservatives, like those preservatives, and like it's not right for a can of green beans to last 3 years. If
Mhm.
God put a limit on it for a certain amount of time, that's the limit it's supposed to be. We know more than Him, and we wonder why we're getting cancer. I really believe it's the preservatives in these foods that's giving the
Mhm.
cancer because the old people didn't die off of no cancer. But why? They ate organic.
Mhm.
They go out there and kill a hog and take the hog to the butcher and let the butcher do what they got to do with the hog. They'll go to the meat market. well, and say, hey, I want a cow. They still got some places like that now. You can go pick your cow
Yeah.
and they'll butcher your cow up and everything else. That's what you want, or they still got places like that. So if you can get your meat, if you got to have meat. Me, like I said, I don't want to fool with red meat. I'll eat lamb, but other than that, I'm trying to stay away from red meat for a long while. Um, get the best meat you can. Don't sit. Some of you steak lovers, you got some of you steak lovers out there, and love your big steaks, your big T-bones and rib eyes. Me, I like I said, I remember the first time somebody told me about you want a T-bone steak. I'm like, isn't that for rich people? That's the first thing I said. I said because I grew up with ground meat. That's about far as I was gonna get with it. If it wasn't ground meat, ground chuck at that, not that lean 98% ground meat. No, ground chuck. That's the grease is floating in the doggone thing. I mean, shoot, I don't know nothing about that. But now, I've gotten out of Port Arthur and got a little bit more rounded and cultured with food, and all I grew up with catfish, 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 catfish. I got older, started going to different restaurants. I was like, oh, now my favorite fish is Chilean sea bass. You can't get me not to eat that one. I'm lining up. And I remember the first time I had it at a restaurant here in Houston that serves South African cuisine. And I said, what? I said, what y'all put in this fish? I said, what is this fish? And they told me. And then so they sell it at the store. And Miss Gabriella, for a pound of this fish, it's $22.47 a pound.
Wow.
For this fish. I'm telling you, you cut into that fish just falls apart. So last time I went, I said, oh no, you give me half a pound. I ain't getting it for a pound. I'm gonna eat it anyway. I ain't spend no $22 for eat by myself. So so I got half a pound, but it was still enough. So my wife cooked it for me and everything like that. But if you ever get a chance to try Chilean sea bass, try that stuff out. Because you got to understand something. Us, like I said, I'm talking about us as Africans. We have never made our diet completely off of meat. That's not nothing we practiced. Now, the European diet, they ate a lot of meat. And the thing that I can say this much, being a black person, we was kind of, you had your black areas and you had your areas where white people was at. So you start getting around different people. I mean, the first time I had a job, I was 16 years old. I worked at the Holiday Inn, and I was a dishwasher, right? I was washing dishes at the Holiday Inn restaurant. That was my first job. And I remember, I was with the cook, and so he taught me a lot of stuff how to cook and things like that so I can help him out. I had a guy coming there saying that he wanted a steak. He said he wanted it on there 10 minutes on one side, 10 minutes on the other side. He wanted it right back out at low heat. And I'm like, wait a minute. I said, there's still blood come out of that. He said, that's what you like? I said, oh my God. I said, wait a minute. I thought the Bible say you don't eat nothing with blood in it. The life is in the blood. I said, oh, no. I stick to my scripture. I'm not eating that with no blood in it. You better not give me something I see in your red or pink in it. I'm going to get mad. Like, you don't cook this food?
I like my steak medium rare, so I don't know.
Well, and then you take a chance because anything that's not fully cooked that has a contaminant can get you. But you cook it to well done, you will actually cook out the contaminant. You can die from meat or stuff like you die from some messed up chicken or messed up fish. But as long as you cook that stuff. So I would suggest that you cook your meat. Just because it's well done doesn't mean it has to taste like rubber.
Special occasions. Like if I'm going to go out and get a steak, I do like a medium rare. But that's me. I'm not,
Yeah. It's you. Me, if I like something like, no,
can you like it brown. That tastes nasty to me. It's dry. I feel like there's no life in the food anymore.
Like what I was saying, PMC, RIP to him, that's for sure. $22. No, you should have seen that Kobe steak. They were selling that one night for like close to $200 at this one restaurant. I say, oh, they crazy. I don't spend $200 on no food. Do the same thing, something else can cost $15. So we saying all this just talking about health and stuff like that because we all need folks a little bit more on that so we can live longer. These people are killing us. They're trying to find all kind of ways to kill us every day. And
our people.
Especially, they're trying to kill everybody, not just us. They're trying to kill everybody.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but if you notice though, The people that suffer from the most health problems, usually if they, I mean, when they talk about food deserts and people that are dying from obesity-related illnesses, it's mostly lower income minorities. So,
Correct. Correct. I can't say that's not true. But a lot of times, even some of the food we're eating and stuff like that from slavery, we have some of that we probably still to now. We call soul food. Some of that we shouldn't be eating either. Um, but that's the only thing I'm trying to say. Watch. We all need to watch if we want to live. Like I said, I got to be here long enough to keep giving these people hell because I just have to. Um, and fat shaming, as we stated before, is just not. It's not gonna help nobody. I mean, okay, it may make you feel good, I guess, to say it to somebody, but it's not gonna change them. All they're gonna do is go eat some more, and some more, and some more, and some more. I mean, so it's just not gonna change anything. So if you choose to do that, I mean, I guess you're immature because at the end of the day, are you fat? So if you're not fat, don't worry about it. That's how I look at it. I mean, worry about your body. If you got to put somebody down to make yourself feel better, or try to cut them down, or what are they doing that you're not doing that you're jealous of? That's how I look at it. So you have to resort to childish insults and try to make them feel bad about themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then you never know. You want to try to talk about somebody's weight. They may be the best roaster in the world, and they may can roast you because you're skinny. You just never know. I mean, so just be careful on what you're saying to people on that. Now, next thing we're going to talk about is weak men who are marrying loose women, whores, thoughts, prostitutes, ex-prostitutes, strippers. Did I leave anything out?
Hose.
Hoes, hoes, whatever you want to say. Now, what brought this up? It's an ongoing trend of men, and I'm getting upset about a few black men who are marrying women who I'm going to use the word loose women to stop, so I won't offend so many people. We have Kanye West. He marries Kim Kardashian. Now, this woman has been through every man, every rapper over there, and you want to marry the chick. I'm sorry. Only thing you were supposed to do with Kim Kardashian is get your you know what with her and be on by your business. That's it. I'm calling it what it is. You don't make that woman the missus. I don't care how the chick look. You don't make the woman the missus. The woman that's supposed to be okay, I'll bring her up since everybody use her as the model. You go get Aisha Curry. That's who you marry. Them types. You don't marry Kim Kardashian. You don't marry Amber Rose. You don't get engaged to Black China, Rob Kardashian, or whoever some of you guys are doing. Getting with these females. Get you a chick that's like our Aisha Curry that carries herself well, who's about her family, who do all the good woman. So it's so bad that a decent woman trends when she say about putting on some clothes. I couldn't believe it.
I see so many people shaming her. I don't understand why.
Oh, women are mad. They got some women
Yeah,
that's so mad.
it's weird. I left a comment under Lovely T's video, and I didn't even want to. I hope people aren't going in on me because I know they probably will. But I just said that we live in a strange time when decent women get shamed for promoting family and promoting modesty. How is that bad? But if let somebody come up with a slut walk though.
Yeah, that's
She's gonna
bad.
make national news.
And then you have these old miserable women. So that I hope she cheat on him. I hope he cheat on her. Like, so you want somebody to be miserable? You want somebody not to have nothing? What's wrong with them having it? They look like they happy, they got a marriage, they got their kids. You should be big up in that. You should be saying that's what I'm trying to do if you're not doing that. No, you want to promote these women who just lay around with everybody. Then this is what these old feminists say. Well, the men could do it. Why can't the women do it? Let's call it what it
There's
is.
a lot of things that men do that we can't do.
There's a lot of things women can do that men can't do.
Women have a lot of privileges. I mean, people don't hold open the door for men a lot of the time. If there's a man stopped on the middle of the highway, not a lot of people, they're just going to drive on by, but let a woman be stopped on the side of the highway with a short skirt on. Everybody, I mean, they're going to stop traffic to try to help her. So please. Why is it that I mean, yes, I think that we should all be treated equally, but But at the same time, there is a difference between men and women, and we have our different roles. And honestly, women do not. I'll just say the majority, because I know some people are gonna say, "Well, I'm not like that." The majority of women cannot emotionally handle sleeping with a whole bunch of people, because it makes them crazy. It does. Because if you deal with a woman who's been through a whole lot of women, or a whole lot men, well, men and women these days, but you've been through a whole lot of men, there's just something that there's just like this anger and bitterness that comes out of them,
Well,
and you just start acting loony.
well, let me say something different between women and men on that. See, men and women can't do the same thing on the sleeping with different people thing, because see,
Mm-hmm.
men for us, it's a physical act. It's like pleasure for us. It's no emotional attachment when we look at it like that. The only time it becomes emotional attachment for us, unless we actually have some feelings for you, then it becomes some sort of emotional attachment with that physical. But it don't matter what this woman say. You can tell this woman, look, hey, look, we grown. You ain't got nobody, I ain't got nobody. We're gonna just kind of do our thing. Now you find somebody, I find somebody. Eventually, this chick will get feelings no matter what. She can't keep that up without catching feelings, and that's just women internalize that too much. I don't ask me why. Now you got some that's rare to look at it like, hey, it's just like a man, but that's very rare. Most of them have some sort of emotional attachment to that. So with that being said, that's why it's just not good to get with a woman to have all these different emotional attachments to so many different dudes. Okay, that's just my opinion on that. And then some women can say, well, I don't want a man to be like, say, let's be real. Do you want a dude that never been with anybody before, and you got to teach him everything? Let's just keep that 100, 100. You know you don't want no guy like that. Don't tell me you want a guy like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, what's the cutoff point? Because I know someone's gonna ask. Well, because like let's say realistically, there's not a lot of virgins anymore. So what will be the cutoff point for women to be considered still a decent woman?
Well, I don't know the cutoff point. I'm not putting a number out on nothing. Only, I mean, look, it's like this. If you were okay, if this woman was in relationships, then that don't count. We talking about sleeping with just random people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now this woman was in this relationship, that relationship, this relate. You can't say nothing. She was married. She's whatever, right? But you just know this chick to be a.
15 relationships in 15 days.
Well, that's not. Well, no, that's not even real. Come on.
Wait, what'd you say, Gabriella?
I said, what if I was in 15 relationships in 15 days?
Oh
That
no.
was crazy. And 15 relationship, 15 days is dude like we can be in a relationship. Yeah, we
People
be in a
that
relationship while we doing like some
huh?
dudes say, look, if it make you feel better, we can act like we in a relationship while we doing this, so you won't feel like a hoe. Because even some quote unquote hoes don't want to actually feel like a hoe. You
Yeah,
know,
Amber Rose, for example,
they ain't
because
just
she
us, a lot of them.
calls people whores and sluts and stuff, but then she doesn't want people to call her that.
Mm-hmm.
So she wants to be able to do whatever she wants to do. But she called Kim Kardashian a hoe and a slut and a porn star and all this. It's like you promoting the slut walk. But if anybody says that to her, she gets mad and says, "Stop shaming me."
Yeah, stop slut shaming.
So,
Yeah, I mean, and my thing is, the standard should be Aisha Curry. Y'all model yourself, y'all young women model yourself after her.
you
She's
know,
dressing.
the funny thing is, there's so many people trying to pull up dirt on her. Like they're
They
itching to
full of the
find something
devil. That's
negative.
what it is. They full of the devil. They don't
It's
like. They
like,
don't like good people.
let's say even if she did have a past, she's not doing it anymore. I feel like because for the most part, I feel like a lot of people go through that phase where they just, you just running around being irresponsible. But a lot of people outgrow that in high school and college. Then they decide, hey, you know what? It's time for me to grow up. I need to settle down. I need to stop going out partying and all that. And they do that.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, and look, another thing, and what look like these women today. See, you can do all that twerking and half naked stuff, but the reason why we mentioned Aisha Curry, she cooked. She about to get a food show on Food Network. Men
mhm.
like, look, a man like a good meal when he come home. If you say I want him to work, I want him to provide, I want him to do this, I want him to do that. What is wrong with getting in the doggone kitchen? If the man, I always say this, if the man's providing the household, and if the man's actually bringing home the bacon, then you can't say nothing about cooking.
Actually, some of the happiest married men will tell you all they have to worry about is working. They don't have to worry about anything about the house. They just have to work and spend time with their kids, and it's a less that's how our roles come into play. That's how it's supposed to be, and they'll
And
tell
I'm
you that
one of them
they're the
men.
happiest men. They're
I'm
the
one of those
happiest men in
men.
the world.
I'm one of those men. I am one of those men. I don't
Your
have to
wife
work.
takes care. Your wife takes care of the paying the bills,
Oh
cleaning
no
the
no no
house.
wait no bills. She said when we first got together, I'm also like to do the bills. They say, oh
Hmm.
good, you do that. I hate paying bills, but other
Well,
than
that's
paying
okay.
and
That's
paying
okay.
bills, like I said, she cooked because she liked to cook. She liked to bake. Okay.
And she cleans
Uh,
the house.
oh no, oh well, she cleaned. Now the girls do that. They old enough. We
Okay.
can't,
But
you know.
but she
But
takes care of like all the appointments for the kids and stuff
yep,
like that,
yep,
right?
yep. She even
So
set
all
up
you got to do,
she set up
all you
my
got to do is work and
appointments.
come home.
Yep, she set up my appointments. Um, if I need something, I say, hey, can you get this? Get it? Like I said, so I love my wife, treat her right. She encouraged me what I do here, and everything. So that's why I tell people, y'all can keep that single life. I don't need it. I'm cool, you know. That's why people who really know me say, hey, she got a sister. Like, yeah, she do. Like, is she single? Nope. She married too. She got another one? Yeah, she got another sister. She married? Yep. Just about all her sisters married. None of them single, so I don't know what to tell you. You know. So
Oh, and I wanted to say one more thing. The other happiest men in the world are the ones who can come in the door and don't have to hear a lot of nagging and hollering about stupid stuff.
my hands up again. I don't hear nothing. I don't have that problem. I refuse to be the woman that's gonna nag me. If you gonna nag me, no, 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 no. I'm gonna be with you. No, no, no. I don't want to hear that. We can have a conversation. That's it. We gotta have some. I don't want to hear that because you ain't my mama. You're not gonna tell me what to do. We gonna have a conversation, whatever that may be. Because one thing a man can't stand is a woman just yan 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 yan. Like you like, shut the hell up. That's how a man feels, straight up. He may not say that to you. He may breathe. He may take it in. He may kind of. It's like, dog, can I just stay an extra hour at work? I'm tired of hearing all that.
Right.
Yeah, I see a lot of men that do that. Cause I think that would be the worst thing in the world. You sit there, you gotta fight at work, you gotta fight through traffic, sitting there, I mean, almost dying trying to get home. You see how crazy people drive, especially out in Houston.
Yeah, ain't no man want to hear no nagging, but you can't. But you can't.
Exactly. You come through all that, and then you gotta come right in the door, and she's like, "Oh, did you do this? Did you do that?" Dr. Phil said something about how the first 15 minutes like once you walk in the door, whatever is said or done within the first 15 minutes is going to determine whatever happens for the rest of the day. So if you step in the household and she's already at you, that means the rest of the night's going to be bad for the most part.
I'm just not gonna hit. I'm not gonna hit. But see, the thing is, you have to establish men. You have to establish it at the beginning of a relationship.
Hmm.
You have to tell this woman, listen, I don't do good with nagging. I don't like a jealous woman. You're gonna be going through my phone. You're not gonna be telling me what to do, where to go. I'm grown. Now, if you think you're gonna do that, let me know right now, and we can go ahead and end this date. Because the problem with a lot of men is you don't set the tone of what's gonna happen with you. You let them set the tone what's gonna happen, and you playing this defense all the time with these females. My thing is this: if you think you need to check my phone, you think you need to find out where I need to go, well, you don't trust me. And if you don't trust me, we'll need to be together. If you say, well, but this boyfriend did, I'm not that dude. I don't have
That's
his social
right.
security number. I don't have his address. I don't have his look. The only thing we have in common is that we both males. So if you're not over that situation, go get over that. And then once you're over it and you heal, fully and your heart's feeling right, then if I'm available at the time, then holler at me. But I am not going, and I'm telling you, any of you men, don't you dare live revenge from another dude cheating on this chick all your life. You didn't do crap.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. It's too many women out there. Let me explain something to you. It's too many women out here. It's a major surplus of women. Major surplus of women out here to men. Especially you want to talk about the black community. It's a way major. It's like at least over 1 million black women more than black men. What that means is, brothers, you have a big choosing. And you can actually be picky a little bit because it's more of them than you. So you don't have to put up with their crap. You don't have to put up with their loud mouth. You don't have to put up with. Don't let a woman cuss you out. That's one thing. Don't ever let a woman disrespect you. Don't look. You can cuss about something, but don't cuss at me. Because you're gonna cussing at me, disrespecting me. You're not gonna put up with that. Like you don't let a woman call you a B word. Don't let a woman ever disrespect you.
Yeah, you gotta shut that down quick because a lot of
In the
women will
beginning,
try to walk all over you.
you gotta tell this woman up front what you're gonna put up with. She gonna
Hmm.
respond one or two ways. Either she gonna respect the hell out of you, or she can't stand you and she don't want to be with you. But at least she understood where you coming from as a man in the beginning. Because I said I was not ever making the mistakes I made in my first marriage and this one. I wasn't doing it. I walk away so quick. I told her, I said, unless things are a certain way. I'm
Hmm.
not a butthole. I'm not hard to get along with. I'm a very easy and loving guy. And if any woman has really got to know me, they fell in love with me pretty quick because I'm a big hearted guy. People don't realize that. You know, but I don't let y'all. You know, that's another side of me y'all need to know. But
Oh, you
what
want to
I'm
share that?
saying, what you say, Miss Gabriella?
You want to share it to the world?
No, no,
If you
no.
love it on
The
YouTube.
world don't get that side of me. Um, but what I'm saying is, you got to establish up front with these women how it's going to be treating you. You can't tell her what to do. No, no, no. She grown. She do what she want to do. But in
Hmm.
relation to you, you got to tell her, look, this is how it's going to have to be. I'm sorry. You know, and we either take it or leave it because at the end of the day, people treat you the way you allow them to.
Exactly. I mean that goes both sides too.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, if you allow a man to disrespect you and talk to you all crazy,
Mm-hmm.
what do you expect in the end?
Correct.
A lot of women put up with a whole bunch of nonsense. They put up with the dude not working. Because you see it a lot too. You see it a lot in the black community. A lot of women be like, "Oh, I don't understand why he's doing this. He don't want to work. He's sorry. He good for nothing. Blah blah blah. Oh, my baby daddy's horrible." And they have all these crazy stories. But at the same time, if you sat there and allow him to sit on the couch all day,
Mm-hmm.
you allow him to not work. You allow him to sit around looking at Netflix all day. So what are you getting upset about now?
Well, see, that's not a real man because a real man would never stay in a woman's house. Straight up, he wouldn't do it because it's like this: you get mad, you come to my house, and then when you don't like it, you can go out the same door you came in. But you don't ever go in a woman's house. You don't ever take a woman's cell phone and say, I get your cell phone. You don't ever take a woman's car. You don't do nothing for this woman because women, a lot of them are emotional. They get pissed off at you, or they may see some chick hollering at you, and you're not even trying to holler back at the chick, but maybe because the chick maybe look better than her or whatever. We don't know. She get mad, wanna give me the phone and get out and all this other stuff. Now you stuck with nothing. As a man, you never. Let me tell you something. How I was told growing up. I don't care if women don't like what I'm about to tell you. You never live underneath the skirt of a woman as a man. You don't do that. You make your own way. You have your own apartment, your own house, your own car, your own phone. I don't care if she offering you a free phone, okay, paid for a year, a Samsung Galaxy Note 5. If all you can afford is a track phone, I'd rather have my track phone that I own than your Galaxy Note. She can offer you a Mercedes Benz. I'd rather doggone drive an old school Pinto that's mine than a Mercedes Benz that she offering. Because at least I know it's my junk and I can eventually buy something else. And you can't kick me out of my own car. You can't kick me out of my apartment, my house, whatever. You don't let a woman tell you what to do about your job either. You're a grown doggone man. If your job is paying the bills, what is the problem? Some of these women say, oh, we need more money. You go out there and work this extra overtime. Oh, you're going all the time. Well, doggone it, I can't do both. I can't sit at the house and I can't pay bills. We got to give or take somewhere, or you're going to have to do something. I'm just telling y'all some of the stuff I've been through too. So, and what I've learned, like I tell people, you can go through a first marriage, okay, and learn everything that did not work. Okay, all this my money, your money stuff, that don't work either. If we in a relationship together, we married, it's one account. We ain't hiding bills. We ain't coming up with secret bills. We're doing that secret stuff. We out in the open. We extremely transparent. That's why everything, in my opinion, works so great for me in my marriage now because I've learned what not to do, what not to put up with, and established that in the beginning. And then my wife told me some things that she don't like, and which was very easy for me. Like she said, I don't like liars. I don't lie to me. Whatever it is, just tell me the truth, and we good. Which that's not a problem for me because I'm not a good liar anyway, which is fine. I always say men are always closer to the heart of God because we have a hard time lying because God cannot lie. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there. Excuse me just a second. Y'all know I'm trying to get over this cold. But Gabrielle, you want to ask something? I'm trying to get over this cold.
Well, I'll go ahead, Gabrielle.
A lot of people have their own little, I guess, things that they say that they don't do. I think a lot of problems people have in relationships, they refuse to communicate because they're so worried about the other person getting upset. And that's a big thing. For some reason, like I've seen so many people that are in relationships, and they'll say, "Well, I don't like the fact that he doesn't do this and he doesn't do that." I'm like, "Well, have you told him?" No. So if you have a problem, why don't you say it? Or why didn't you say it 3 months ago before you guys got in a relationship? Why are you bringing it up now? And you're not even addressing it.
Open communication is always the best. Always the best, you know. And but see, we were talking about earlier. These men are so weak-minded they can't do that.
They're too scared because they think the woman's gonna get mad at them. But I'd rather have you mad at me than not say something and let it go.
You know how I feel about women getting mad? Just as much as she got mad, she'll get glad too. As far as I go with it. And you ain't about to make my life a living hell. If you think you're gonna make my life a living hell, we're gonna figure something out. There ain't nothing I did that bad for you to be not speaking. And you don't be walking around here not speaking to me no day or two. That's gonna be a problem too. Wait a
Well,
minute.
that's a very immature reaction. That's very immature. We shouldn't be acting like children. I mean, women, if we're taking care of kids and we're going around giving people silent treatment, that's just immature. We're not ready to be in a relationship if we're going around acting like children and giving your man the silent treatment. That's horrible.
Mhm. So I mean, you know, I'm trying to just do some rundown. But like I say, these guys these days are weak. And these women, like I said, this even just remind me of this. You know, some people comment was saying earlier about, well, you know, these guys are not everyday guys, but you know, take away their money, okay? Take away those women money. It's a lot of people like that. My thing is how you have your wife, talking about Kim, your wife taking naked pictures, the mother of your children. How your like sign on the paper, 2 kids, wife, and you say nothing about that? Because the first thing I would have told her is like, who in the hell are you advertising for? That's what I want to know. Because you did it to advertise. Because I didn't ask you to do it. So who are you doing it for? That would, to most men, that would have caused probably a divorce for some men. Because most men would say, who you screwing? Who you having sex with? Yeah, you doing something because you feeling that bold and brazen disrespect me like that on this doggone social media. No, you screwing somebody. That's how most men are gonna react anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see him taking pictures like that and showing it to women.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference? It's the same thing. And see, boy,
off that money, so I guess he doesn't care.
Man, money ain't everything, and money don't bring you happiness either. Money may make your life a little easier, but it don't bring you happiness. How many rich people have you seen that put a bullet in their head?
Mm-hmm.
So it don't.
They're always complaining. I don't really watch that show, but the clips I have seen, they always complain about what people are saying about them. So they don't seem to be that happy.
Obviously not. With one person we already saw the tape. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. All that girl's good for is that. That's it. That's it. I'm just calling it what it is. Some women you just have sex with. Some women you marry. It's just that simple. I am not politically correct to be trying to say, well, you know, what if she's a good person? I don't care what she is. She can't control her passions. She out here wilding out. If everybody know her at the local $25 an hour hotels, oh, you back? Hey, what's up? Oh, hell no. No. If everybody know your girl at every club you go to, like something wrong. She going out too much. You can't be marrying the club girl. You can't do that. Shoot.
She got a special VIP parking space in every hotel.
Yeah, always at the club. Like, man, you ain't got nothing better to do. And look, nothing wrong going to the club, but it's different kind of clubs. You got
there's lounges, there's upscale clubs, there's nice places you can go to.
Now, I like them upscale
clubs. Ratchet clubs where you got to dodge bullets in between beats, but
look, I like them upscale clubs. Them upscale clubs, they actually have every kind of liquor you want. So you can go in there and say, hey, could you make this in your phone? Oh, yeah, sure. You go in them places that's not upscale, like, oh, we don't have all that. Oh, shoot. You know, what I'm doing here. If I'm going out, I want to drink something.
Mhm.
I mean, like social, not get drunk. I don't do that. Not me. But I laugh at other people that's drunk. I get a kick out of that. But no. But I like going places that's grown.
Mhm.
Every time we go out with couples. Me and the wife, other couples. It's great.
I
We go out.
understand. See, it's weird because I used to babysit for this one woman. She would be having girls' night out all the time, and she was married. She had kids, but she, for some reason, wanted to go to the club with her friends.
Hmm.
All this whole bunch of girlfriends. I'm like, you married? Why don't you go out with your husband?
Correct.
I mean, what is there at the club that you and your girlfriends exclusively need to go and see every weekend until 3 o'clock in the morning when you got kids and your husband's not in town? What do you guys really need to be doing out there?
Yeah, that's a recipe. That's a recipe for cheating.
Exactly.
Straight up.
Exactly.
I mean, your husband out of town, you going out to the club 3 in the morning for what? What are you looking for? Oh, I like to dance. Oh, give me that crap.
Dance in the house for free.
You can dance at your. You can have your girlfriends come to the house. Y'all can put on some music. Y'all can buy liquor. Y'all can do the same thing you can do at the club. What's the difference? Nothing.
Exactly.
So don't give me that stuff. It'd be like if he was going to the strip club every weekend. I mean, I know some guys who do that and they got wives. Or at the strip club, like, okay, what you at the strip club for, bro? I mean, your wife, or no, I know some guys' wives is into that and they go with them. That's fine if your wife going with you, but you go to the strip club around some women,
Yeah.
like these women these days don't care. They don't care. You
Oh
can
yeah, they don't
you
care.
can have the biggest wedding ring on your hand, and that woman, these
You can have
women,
a tattoo on your forehead, and they be like, I don't care, just cover that with makeup. They don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. What they say? What they got to do with me?
Yeah.
You right
You
now,
can't have
like
any.
that kind of junk. I'm like, oh, you nasty whore. Because you know what you're gonna have to do? If I'm some man of prominence, you're gonna take a picture and post that junk to social media and try to ruin everything or try to blackmail me. Like, no, I see you coming. Forget that.
Mhm.
Get you. Shoot. You say open mic session, spoken word. Yeah. Stuff like that. That's cool. You get to a certain age, you ain't fall that loud, rowdy stuff no more anyway. You
You
know.
don't saw how to place. You be 45 years old, still at the club with 20-year-olds,
Yeah,
entering in
yeah,
a
yeah.
front
That's
contest.
that. If you're 45 years old at the club with 20-year-olds, there's something wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. I mean, your game got to step up some sort. But if you're an older guy trying to talk to an older woman, it's a little bit more conversation you got to have with an older woman than you have to do with a girl that's like 20, 21. She don't
Mhm.
get game yet. It's not really too. It's not hard to impress her because she broke at that age. So if you got a little money, you're a man that age, you're a little established. It's easy to kind of impress her. Show her a little stuff that she never seen before, and she all, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, comedy shows. Yeah, that's my favorite. Last one I went to was Cat Williams. I love that. I work on Ratchet Video Weekly sometime this weekend. Yeah, I'm supposed to this weekend, but I've been feeling good. Yeah, I love comedy shows. Well, you don't have to. You if you want to go to a club, go to a grown folks club. You don't have to give it up. Some people actually want to go out and dance with their significant other, which like I like to do that, and
Mhm.
drink and hang out with people. And they have upscale places where just grown folks go. And
Mhm.
I went to one because I was invited to one because my wife's friend's husband does all the graphics for this club, and it was nice. It was very, very nice. The drinks was good and very strong. The music was good. Everybody was having fun. It was no problem. I mean, just because you're getting older don't mean you can't have fun anymore. That's what
Mhm.
causes problems in your marriage. When you stop having fun with your spouse, and then you want to go out, you want to travel, you want to do this, you want to do that, and then you have some other person of the opposite sex in your ear all the time talking about, oh, well, if I was with you, I'll be doing this and I'll be doing that. That's just how problems get started. So
Mhm.
you should never stop dating your spouse.
Yeah, a lot of people
Never.
don't.
Right, exactly.
Because you married them means, okay, we can't go out no more. We can't dress up no more. We can't. No. I mean, you got to constantly keep dating your spouse. I
Mhm.
mean, if you want to, let me see, remember the gas factor. Okay. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Oh, you say you saw? Oh, can't we? I saw him when he came to Houston last year, and I had what is it? Third? I think was it no second row. Second, I think no, was it first row? No, we had second row tickets, like right up the front, second row, like middle. And we laughed so hard. I mean, from the comedians he had all the way up to him, crying, laughing at that whole thing. And we had so much fun. That's like that's what I say. You have your partner, and you see, the comedy show. You see everybody coming in booed up at the comedy show. Then you see these females coming in there with their friends. You're like, oh, they ain't got nobody. You just see that. You see that a mile away. Like, why you want to go to a comedy show with a bunch of females? Like, for what? You don't see a bunch of dudes say, "Come on, man, we all going to the Cat Williams show." Like, come on, man. You try to find you some female to go with. Shoot, you can female your job that may look halfway decent. You're like, hey, I got this extra ticket. You want to go? What woman gonna say no to that? You know what I'm saying? So y'all dudes, y'all have to tighten up, man, because y'all get with these women who's strippers and porn stars, and all this other stuff that y'all doing. Or no, stop it. But that's the thing. You have a kid with that chick, right? Let's say Black China. You have a kid with Black China, and then your kid look back at his mother. He would be embarrassed. I know I would. I say, Mama, that was you? You was all naked? Oh my God. It's like just be embarrassed. Then a school kid say, look, oh, this your mom. I found your mom picture from back in 2016. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you look at Black China's mom, you can see what she got on.
Yeah, I know. I seen the mama.
She done posted a video of her and her mom with a whole bunch of girls.
I know, but I'm saying the child. It's the children.
No wonder.
It's the children that get so embarrassed by their teenage years at that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying?
And not just embarrassed, Phil. A lot of them grow up to follow in their mother's footsteps because they think that that's how it's supposed to be. And that's why young females need a good role model.
Okay, hold on. Let's stop right there. Kentrail Banks, if that's who I think you are, do you want to get in on this hangout session, Kentrail Banks? If I think you the guy who make videos, because you the guy I really been wanting to talk to. You know who that is, Miss Gabriella? Kent.
I'm trying to look for it. Oh, that's Kent. Yeah,
that's Kent.
Get on the video. Get on the hangout.
If you want to get in on this hangout section, if you buy your I would like to talk to you, because where are the good Kent, you know what, Kentrail Banks, I'm talking to you, man. You want to get in on this hangout session? We need to talk. Because I seen the videos, bro, and I didn't know who you was at first. I was showing you videos, and man, you need it, man. I'm saying you, brother, you need an intervention. You may have to come down here to Houston or something, and let me and Steve Williams get with you and put you through a boot camp. And after me and Steve Williams get done with you, be ready for the world. I'm waiting on him, but he ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, he's saying, where are the good women at?
Yeah, I see him, but no. I want to talk to him. Google Hangout. I want to talk to him because I think it was well, if he say something, Miss Gabriella, then let me know, because I can't keep looking at the screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, brother, some of them videos. Oh my God. And I didn't know. Like I said, I made sure. Because part of the videos, you see a guy like that. Like you made a video called "Let's Talk About Rejection." I think that's the name of the video you made.
I mean, there's a bunch of talk about rejection. I got rejected again. Some girl rejected me again. Like that's if you Google Kent rejection, about 50 videos will pop up.
And then all these people making response videos about the dude. So like I said, I just want to talk to him. I don't want to clown you. I'm not gonna clown you. A lot of people probably would want to go that route with you, but I don't think that's gonna help you because, bruh, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Some of the things you're saying in your videos, okay? Now, I don't know if you're saying that today, but in the past videos, some of the same things you were saying, if you would go and listen to Elliot Rodgers' Retribution, he was saying the exact same things. And I'm not saying you're going to turn into Elliot Rodgers or nothing. I'm not saying that, I'm accusing that. but women aren't that hard to get with,
Mhm.
and I don't see why you can't get one. I don't. I mean, I don't see a horn growing out your head or nothing, you
Mhm.
know. So it's not confidence. Somebody say he need confidence. It's not confidence. He's got to get the attitude like I don't care if a woman say no. Like you see this, you see a woman, you interested or whatever. First you got to read her body language though. Like you look at her and see if she, because a woman can look at you a certain way and let you know if she it's okay to come talk to her. You
Mhm.
know, don't come interrupt in the middle of a conversation. Don't do that. And she'll let you what like that. You don't want that. You don't want that to happen. But
Mhm.
if you looking at her, she kind of look like she, smiling back or look like she's inviting in some sort of way to talk to her. That's cool. If she say she got a boyfriend, okay, hey, have a great relationship. Have a great day. That's it, and move on. Who cares? How many women there is in America? It's too many for us to be worrying about one. For what? See, your thing is what you need to do is, well, maybe he is. I don't know. You need to get the whole catalog of Sugar Free. Write this down, Ken, if you watching. Start from the first album of Sugar Free. What's it called? Street Gospel. Work your way through all Sugar Free's albums. Listen to all his ones with all different people he made albums with. Too Short, whoever. Listen to them. Get that in your head, and they'll probably help you out a little bit. Sugar Free. Check him out.
I
You know.
mean, it don't matter what you look like. You're not always gonna get the woman or the man that you want. That's life. And the thing is, the person that you thought you wanted may not even have been the best person for you. I can say that in my case, the person that the people that I used to be interested in, they weren't even worth anything.
It's true. And it's like
So,
this. Is I'm gonna tell you this much. First, you got to figure out what kind of women you like.
exactly.
Okay, because you got. I mean, personality wise first. Forget the looks. Personality wise.
Mhm.
Then after the personality, what you need as a man, then you
Mhm.
look at okay, what kind of physical features I like. I would say stick to the physical features you like. Don't get with a chick that don't have the physical features that you don't like, because don't let a chick shame you into getting with her because she don't bear the physical features that you had that you want. Now, the only bad thing about that is this chick may not have the physical features you want, but she may have all the personality things you want. So then you have to make a decision. But most men, for us to even talk to her, she got to have the physical features that we like. Different men like different things. Okay, some men are by complexion, some about, some like prissy women, some don't like prissy women. Some may like certain physical attributes. Whatever that may be, get that. Because if you get with a woman that you don't really like physically, then you in the back of your mind you may be looking too much at women that you like, and you with a
Mhm.
woman that you don't like. So get with that. Talk to her, find her, whatever. Okay. If you have a limitation on culture, race, whatever, you need to make that decision yourself on that. I'm not telling you what to do, but make that decision. It's not that hard. I'm pretty sure you can find at least about 50 women to 100 women in this United States of America that you can easily get with. And the easiest way to do it, if you like don't have confidence, is do it on social media. That's the best way to start. Go through these different profiles, like create you a decent profile. Okay, one thing I know about women, they actually read a profile. So actually write up a decent little description of yourself. Don't be sounding desperate. Oh, I'm looking for a wife. No, no, no. Just write a decent description of yourself. Sound a little bit mature. Put some good pictures on there of yourself or whatever. And when you go to these women's profile, actually read their profile so you can figure out how to talk to them. And then just shoot some hello message to a bunch of women that look decent.
Mhm. And
One of them,
understand too that even if you go on all these dates, you may not. I mean, you're only gonna get 1 out of 30, and that's okay. Because you're
right,
not really supposed to get it's not even realistic. You're not always going to get every single person, and you can't get upset if you don't. Because
right.
that one person that, when you finally do filter through all the garbage and you find that one person, you're going to be so much happier. But a lot of the times, I can even say for myself, I would go after people that I wanted, but, but once I finally, I mean, and then it never worked out either. But then when I took a step back and said, you know what kind of man do I really want? What am I really looking for? What are bad qualities? I started looking at all those things. And then when I finally when the right person came into my life, I knew, but he wasn't really the type of person I would go for.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people don't even. I mean, a lot of people are attracted to the wrong type of people. So there's that.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something about contacting through social media. Don't be pushy because women don't like pushiness. Like, send one message. If you don't get a response, maybe wait a couple of days to send another one, but don't keep saying, "Hey, I'm trying to talk to you. Why aren't you getting back to me?" I mean, some people just are busy, So no, that being pushy and I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a go-getter, but you don't want to just overdo it. Don't want to be pushy because that's going to turn us off. I mean, I actually had a guy that I didn't reply in 3 hours, and he was just getting all just bent out of shape. And I said, you know what? I don't have time for this because this is crazy. You don't want to display crazy type behavior because you're going to push her away for sure.
That's a sign of a controlling person.
Exactly.
Because later on down the line, he's going to be the same one calling you when you're trying to come home from work and you're in traffic. They're going to keep calling you, trying to figure out why you're 5 minutes late. So.
Right. I had to unfriend and block because I don't, and this is somebody I hadn't even met in person. We're talking through social media, and if you're going to be that way on social media, I can only imagine how you're going to be in person. But I don't like anybody trying to keep up with my schedule and my time, or I'm not getting back to you fast enough when I've got my own life. That's just going to push us away, turn us off big time. So be patient. The best advice I can give to guys is be patient. You don't have to get with somebody right away. You got your whole life. Even if you don't find that right person until you're 50, you still have your whole life ahead of you.
Oh boy. So okay, what we about to do now? We're about to get to the segment you all been waiting for. The racist websites. I know because some person was telling me, man, I'm ready for the racist websites. So, Ms. Gabriella, okay, what is this? Now I'm messing it up. Hold on, yeah. Let's see here. Just give me a second. I opened up the wrong thing here. Ms. Gabrielle, you know some racist websites? Doggone it. What is going on with this thing today?
But I know plenty of them. I was Googling today.
No. I'm like, no, my thing. It's just acting up. Maybe because I got too many tabs open. That's the things they talk about. I just think it's funny. So I'm trying to exit all this stuff out. Okay, that. Yeah, so goodness, here we go. You're right about that. So let's go on and change this. I gotta exit something else off of here because I have too many tabs open.
And I want to comment while we have a minute on how people will treat you the way you allow them to. I set boundaries for myself on how I will allow people to treat me. And everybody can do it. You don't have to let anybody run all over you. You don't have to let anybody be loud to you, be disrespectful. You tell them what your boundaries are. And I even have personal space. I don't like people getting in my personal space, and I let them know that's my boundaries. So there's nothing wrong with talking about how you feel and set your own limits. And if people can't respect those boundaries, you don't have to deal with them.
Exactly.
Even people at work, I mean, I set boundaries with my coworkers, and if they don't like it, I just try my best to not work so closely with them. And you can do that in all aspects of your life.
Yeah, what I'm doing right now, guys, I don't know if you can see on the screen, I'm just trying to go through this and just seeing what these races are talking about to see if I can find something funny. I'm going. Just give me
the storm.
Events, rallies. Interview activism. You know they are activists. Let's see here. I just want to see one that got a lot of replies. Do you need a Klan robe? If so, read this. All right.
Oh my goodness.
I need a Klan robe. Let's see. Law, white knights, and Ku Klux Klans making their own robes. They're wanting to help out clans to get nice robes for a good price. I posted a link for more details and some pictures of some of the robes that has been done. Wow.
They got ceremonial robes and there's a little website you can click on.
Yeah. I
Wow.
wonder about any company that would have the founders come and say they're just profiteer from a movement. They're not firm convictions of the white race. Let's see here. The Klan has a reputation with the acronym for terrorizing, murdering Negroes. Of the Klan folk I met, they did not engage in those activities nor endorse them. Here we go. I want to hear some whining and complaining. That's not complaining enough for me.
Or
Events.
Chimp Mania, you'll see someone playing it on there.
Where at?
Chimp Mania.
Chimp Mania?
Oh my goodness. Even the name is, oh, that's horrible.
I thought they had one called. Hold on. I thought
They have Nigger Mania, they have Chimp Mania.
I thought they had that one. Oh yeah.
I'll take that one. I looked. It's been the same way for years.
What? The same way?
Yeah. There's stuff on there. There's all kind of crazy stuff in there.
Look at the thing. I guess it's the Million Man March or whatever. At the top it says niggermania.com.
Yes.
What is this? It say uppity niggers? What is that? That's what it said. Who's uppity? Oh, female crapper Azalea says Sarah Palin should be gang raped by niggers. I heard she said that. Let's see. A.G. Lynch gives another green light for nigger crime.
Oh, they hate that. You know what? They really hate that the fact that our attorney general is black and that she's not supporting a white supremacist means of justice, you know, where all black people go down no matter what. I mean, you know, she's actually fair, and the racists hate that. They hate that so much.
Oh, let me see. They talking about. Oh, here we go. But cause Snoop Dogg once said that Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles is going out of business. So Snoop said if they're going into bankruptcy, I'll buy it. Right? So look, it says Snoop nigga to purchase Chicken Shack so the homies got a place to eat the greasy ish. Right? He's beezed out Messiah. Hey, that's a good picture of an African king. I don't know what they're talking about. Look at the picture. Look, they got a thing of Obama. Look at you see that right there, the avatar.
Mhm. They said yes, I can destroy America.
Look at this avatar. A world without niggers from niggerologists. Man, I know. Wow. And this is what these people do. They take they sweet money that they have in their pocket and want to spend it on talking about black people.
You pay a webmaster for that too.
Dr. King.
That's crazy.
Because it looks like the stupid nigger bought into a business that's so poorly managed that it cannot sell greasy chicken to niggers and make a profit. Sounds like a typical nigger business decision. Why do you care if black people eating chicken? Eat your raw meat. Let's see. A Malcolm Jamal Warner pissed because Cosby Show pulled from TV. I just want to know if my name is in here. I would be happy.
Oh, why don't you? There's a search bar. Do an advanced search in the top.
Search.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see. Maybe I'll put it advice show. Let's see. I hope I'm on here. I would laugh if I'm on here. I would love it. I'm not in here. I'm mad. I want to be on Nigger Mania. I don't know. I may eventually get on there. Because you know what I am a uppity nigga. You see what these people write? Oh my God. MSNBC gets rid of uppity tampon earring baboon. Wow.
Oh, I think. Oh, wait.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Let me look for my name.
I got you on one of these websites. I'll send you the link.
Oh no, they said me look for my name. I know my name didn't come up.
I googled it. I'll show you. I'll send it to you.
Oh, my name came up
Yeah, I just told you.
on the racist website.
Mhm.
Oh shoot, where you send it to me at? Hold
And on
on.
your Facebook.
Oh man,
Pull it up. It says nigger mammy instilling cultural pride.
hold on. Hold on. What did you type in to get to that?
I just said if I show nigger mania on Google.
On Google.
Mhm.
What? All one word?
I mean, it's just if I show just your name and then space nigger mania.
Oh, so I don't want to pull up my Facebook on this thing here.
Oh yeah.
Can you pull it up on your screen? You know how to pull it up on your screen so I can look at it. I don't know how. Let me hold on. You gave me the link, so let me see. Let me put in mammy. It says mammy. Did it say mammy in there?
Mhm.
And my name. You actually looked at the article?
I mean, it wasn't very long, but I saw it.
Man, I can't find this junk nowhere.
Let me pull it up online. Yeah, I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to find it, y'all. I'm trying to see if I'm on these racist websites. I would love it if I'm on these racist websites. Y'all just don't know. It'll make my day. Maybe I'm on video. Video niggas. Let's see. Well,
Oh
hey,
my goodness.
99
YouTube.
names for coons.
Oh my
Five
goodness.
niggers in natural habitat.
And I bet I'm Tanya the race trader.
No, they would call you worse name than that.
Okay.
Did you pull it up?
I put it in the group chat, but I have it on my screen.
Okay. Oh, you say it's in the group chat.
Mhm.
Where is it at? I'm talking. No. Oh, you talking the group chat on the
The
Hangout.
hangout.
Okay. Let's see if I can pull that up. Oh, I was able to watch it for 12 seconds before discussing and get some kind of ISCD forced me to stop. Then I listened for another 20 seconds or so as the Sprague, whose nigger snout was gyrating sheep. Oh, it's something you posted. It's something posted.
I mean, they
Oh,
posted
that's an
one of their
old
videos.
video from 2012.
Nobody replied to them, but they still posted your stuff up.
Okay, no. I don't even think that's on. That's not even on the site no more. I can tell you that right now. That's
Mm.
not even on the site anymore. Oh, I thought you had something else.
Like a forum, a whole forum post and all that. I
Yeah,
think
but
they
yeah,
did.
these people are making sites. Well, anyway, let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Keep an eye. 99 names for coons. Y'all look at this. Look at this. The moderator, gorilla, fighter
Mm.
commander. Really? 99 words for coons. I don't know. Get after them niggers. Rumble in the jungle and weaves in the grass.
Look at that picture.
Yeah. Look
This
at that,
picture is dumb.
boy. Straight out of Compton Redneck Edition. I don't even want to know. Let's see what else. What else they got? I just want to read something they complaining about. I like to hear their complaints. My main thing is I want to hear about Donald Trump.
Mhm.
Let's see, they got a lot of posts in here.
Ah, okay. I got some on storefront.
What you got? What you got on Stormfront?
Okay. It says white guy calls into Negro show to school them on their race baiting ignorance.
You got it pulled up on your screen?
Stop. I mean, I looked it up on my phone. I'll send it to you though.
On your phone. Okay, okay, okay.
Let me see.
Wait. Say that again.
What?
Read that one more time.
It said, white guy calls in to Negro show to school them on their race baiting ignorance.
Oh, okay. No, I thought it was something else. I thought it was referencing the Jesse Lee Peterson show.
Is your picture your video?
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Hey, there we go. And it's on Stormfront? How did you look at that? How did you get it on Stormfront? How do you pull it up?
I mean, Google your name was storefront.
You went to search?
Google search, yeah.
Okay, you put in what? Advice show?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I put in Google search, I put your name, and advice show, space, storefront. And it came up. It was like the first thing. They posted it on you.
It what?
They posted it on you.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
What did it say?
Oh no, they got us.
Oh, I gotta see.
Okay.
I gotta see.
You mind
Hold
pulling
on.
up the video?
Causing a Negro show.
Yeah,
That Big Buck used to have the advice, which probably. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's your face.
Yeah! I related to the racist websites. Oh man, I didn't make it. I am so happy. I'm happy. I didn't want a prize. Look, I have made it. I want to thank my mama. Thank the Lord for influencing, the racists to put me on their website. I love it. I love it. You say, can we see that video, please? Okay, hold on. What's that video? The white man tries to build contact by informing them of true history war, but the Negro host cuts him off halfway. The Negroes try to shut down every point. The white. It's called Angry Caller. Speaks on white discrimination. It's on the Advice Show TV channel. Because on this thing it don't play right. I mean I can play it for you guys. So at least you can hear it. It's a 12-minute video.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. What's on your mind?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Look, first of all, I just want to say this. Why I originally joined your show was because you were bringing out some problems and issues that are of real significance. Namely, the police and how they treat poor people of any color. It don't matter if you're black, white, if you're poor. That's the real enemy, the elite. And they use their thugs to fucking beat the shit out of anybody that's poor and keep us in our poor group. They want us to stay there. They don't want us to rise up and be better. Now do that. Secondly, I'm gonna give you a little background about me. I came up in a broken home, right? I split off between an urban area in Maryland, Salisbury, which was called Little Baltimore, and it's still called that, and a place in Virginia. Now I got to see how poor black people would treat poor white people. And if you think it's all rosy, let me tell you, no, it's not. And in Virginia, it didn't matter what race you are. People knew they were poor. There was a lot more familiarity. People got along. Didn't matter what race you were. Didn't matter a bit. My best friend there was black. Okay? Mm-hmm. And yes, I'm white, in case y'all couldn't figure that out yet by my accent. Yes, I'm white. Secondly, when getting to the topic of this, the Confederate flag, where this all started from. Mm-hmm. If you know history, you've studied history, and you know what the actual history is, it all started back with the federal government encroaching on states' rights. States' rights to own slaves, yeah, that's fucking wrong. Anybody who says otherwise is a racist. But it started back with Thomas Jefferson using his power to get the Louisiana Purchase. All right? Too much power for branch was taken away from the power of the state. All right? Get to the 1820s. You had the North imposing tariffs on the South, pretty much bleeding them dry through taxes. The states themselves did not have a right to stand up and say, hey, we want to go deal our cotton to France, to England, instead of having to pay a huge, huge federal tax on it first. Okay? Now that's in the 1820s.
Okay, y'all remember this show? I see y'all saying y'all remember it.
You had West Virginia breaking off.
I remember it.
Because all their coal contacts
Sir.
were in Pennsylvania, were in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Sir. Okay. Not to cut you off, but we don't want to history lesson real quick. I got
You want me to get to the racist part, right? You got everybody else on here ran for hours, like the most mind-numbing shit I've ever heard. But you ain't gonna let me talk either, huh? Okay.
Well, we're not asking about Civil War.
It has to do with it, though. Do you want to know the history of it or not? Or should we all just remain stupid about the fact?
I want to know if
that's the main problem. Nobody wants education. Nobody wants to actually learn this shit. Everybody just wants to go over.
You want to listen or you want to fight? You said something about the show, how you watched it at first, you liked it at first, and you start going to a history lesson. I'm not asking for that. I want to find out what the issue you have now with the show. That's it.
Are you want my honest opinion? You're throwing in just like MSNBC and Fox and everybody else trying to make this a black versus white issue, when a poor black man has more in common with a poor white man than either of us do to be. And that's a fact.
Am I lying in any of my news reports?
Okay, well, I'll tell you this much. I heard it earlier on your show. And you were talking about how easy it is for a white guy with a criminal record to get a job over a black man who's been to school and all this and that. Let me tell you from my personal experience something, okay? And this is a little bit more about it. Maybe you can choose to believe it or not. It is the truth. All right? When I first graduated high school, I tried to go to college. I was told I did not get a Pell Grant or tuition assistance. But if I was
Do we need to play this whole video?
All right?
Guys in the chat room, do you want to hear? You want to listen to the whole video?
From 04 to 06, I was wearing Army green. All right? When I get out, messed up because of what happened in the war, I was given $10 a month in food stamps. Never mind that I was going with it. $10 a month in food stamps. And I hear the guy behind me who just got out of jail talking about he got $350 a month just because he's got 4 kids. Now let me ask you that. Do you think that's right? Or do you think there's racism in that too?
Well, you just said that he had children, so depending on, the thing is, people that don't have children oftentimes don't get as much in food stamps as people that do have children. Usually the more children you have, the more money you get. And they don't want to hear the rest of it.
Throw that children part out for a minute. Do you really think it's right that a white man who just served his country living on the street gets $10 a month in food stamps?
No, I don't think it's right.
White.
No, it's not right.
Color gets such a $350 month.
If you had children, then you would have gotten more money. It has nothing to do with being black or white.
Yeah, it's not. It's based on how many
okay,
people
well,
are in your household.
Let's rewind. About that first one. Let's rewind a little bit. What about the Pell Grant? They're telling me I didn't get tuition assistance or Pell Grant, but if I was a minority, no problem.
I didn't get tuition. That's not true.
That's not true because my oldest. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. I just graduated from college. I did not get a Pell Grant. So,
my oldest daughter is white, and she received a full Pell Grant because we are low income. So that it depends on your income. It doesn't have anything to do with your race. It's based on your income.
I'll talk to Dirk Fulford. All right, I'm not saying, you know, I've obviously been listening to part of what I said on Dirk Fulford growing up.
Well, something must have happened on your Pell Grant application, where they usually count your parents' income, right?
That's what I was saying. They told me flat out the person at college told me flat out if you were a minority, if you would get the Pell Grant, you would get tuition assistance.
That's not always the case. Excuse me, that's not always the case because my parents made too much money, so I couldn't get as much.
True equality,
Oh my God. Can you please stop cutting me off? I said, oh my God, mute him. Please. This is getting annoying. I said my parents make too much money. Okay? So, although I did get some financial aid, I did not get a lot. I actually was able to pay for school due to the fact that my mother was in the military and she transferred her benefits over to me. The only reason I was able to go to school was because of my mother's service in the military. She transferred her GI Bill benefits to me. I was not able to get that much in tuition assistance. Although I did get some financial aid, it was not much. My last year of college was completely paid off by my parents. Had nothing to do with me being a minority. And yes, I did go to a black college, but I did not get tuition assistance because my parents made too much money. It had nothing to do with you being black or white. It just it's based on income, and considering that both my parents went to school, they probably did not see it as, oh, why, they probably felt that other people would have needed it more. So please, I understand your frustration. I understand it's not fair that you were in the military, you served the country, and you only got $10 in food stamps. It's not fair. The system really isn't fair. There's people that are allowed to cheat the system of any color. Because if you saw the issue with the 30 people that got in trouble for the welfare scam, they weren't black. So it's about how many people live in your household. There's a lot of single people. You can look it up right now. Go on YouTube and you'll see people that are struggling financially. Single people living by themselves. They work 40 hours a week and they still can't afford food. But because they don't have children, and it was a black woman that made this video too. I saw it. It was a black woman and she doesn't have any kids and she can barely afford her rent. She can barely afford to pay her utilities and she can barely afford food, because she doesn't have children and she doesn't qualify for getting welfare benefits. Even though she doesn't make enough money to be able to get out of poverty. So it's not always about race. I understand, your frustration. Okay, you can bring him back on now if you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna bring him back on. Okay, you're back on.
When somebody when they flat out tell you you don't qualify because you're not a minority, that is not equality. That is nowhere near equality. Everybody should be treated the same. Black, white, yellow, red. And if you really want to complain about a Confederate flag, ask Native Americans how they feel about the American flag. Ask the Irish who came here to get away from the French and they were handed a rifle and forced to fight for Lincoln. Ask them how they fight that. Yeah, you know why? Because it's 150-some years ago. It doesn't matter today. If people want to fly that flag, they have a First Amendment right to do it.
I can answer your question.
If you find that Republican, that's for you.
If you were applying to a university that was a part of affirmative action, then that's very possible that was the reason you didn't qualify. And that happens when people spend years and years of discriminating.
I had to mute him again because he don't let you talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, that happens when you spend years and years or decades of discriminating against minorities, and then the federal government gets involved and they say, okay, you can either pay these fines for discriminating, face a class action lawsuit, or you can agree to have a racially balanced campus. And so that's where that possibly came in. So if he was told that it's because, due to him not being a minority, that's because the college he applied for may have been guilty of discriminating in the past. So she might be right. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Oh, I'm pretty well referring to actually, and people didn't understand where that came from. Black people just wanted to go to school. Black people wanted to get a job, and they were like, hell no, we just only gonna be white folks. So they came up with affirmative action. It's that simple. The thing is, everything that was quote unquote given to black people, it was just to live, education, a job. How you gonna eat? You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. And like this, if this college won't accept you, well then go down to another college. That's what I would do. I wouldn't quit just because one college don't accept me. I'm just saying, that's me though. Everybody else is different on that.
All right. So here we go. The white woman in the video is the same idiot in the previous video of this guy who put down white culture and her family. Oh, they must have put. Oh, they must have put that other video. Who is this guy? Why are whites calling into his show? And what do they care what he thinks? Seriously, any jerk off can have a show these days. Why give someone, especially an anti-white, the publicity and views? How about just ignore them instead? Here we go. He's popular in the Houston area, but I really don't understand the fascination so many whites have with him. He's quick to criticize white officers for every little thing. I suppose the fact that he now has a white woman on the show regularly has made whites feel that they can leverage his platform to put out a different perspective and correct the Negro. Tanya, you are the Trojan horse.
Oh my goodness.
Look, the white woman now has a channel of her own. What an unbelievable fool. She's pandering to the Negro and now has her own channel. No doubt spurred on by the Negro to insult her heritage. And they put your video in there. You see it?
Oh my goodness.
You made it. You made the Stormfront too. Oh,
Wow.
Twice in one post. Wow. Good deal. Let's see. You can bet the farm that caller was a plant put on the show to make whites look like idiots. That guy could have rambled on forever if given the chance. You can't call into a show and expect to turn into a freaking story time. Then, as if this fake SOB couldn't get any worse, he brings up the argument of Pell Grants and food stamps being race-based. Nobody is this stupid to bring up false arguments and make an ugly, low IQ Negro woman look intellectually superior.
Well, apparently I'm a low IQ Negro.
You're a low IQ Negro woman.
Okay.
Wow.
You could have used hundreds of real examples of blacks given preferential treatment, but instead uses two examples that were both wrong. Fake, fake, fake. $10 a month in food stamps, BS. Wrong people know how it sounds like BS and appears to have him look at like a handout searching druggy army washout. That big buck. Yeah, I'm a big buck. Anyway, you laughing. I don't care. I'm laughing. I don't care what these people say because it's funny to me. Okay, here we go. Let's go back to Stormfront. Used to have the advice show, which was probably Jew supported. Oh boy, I haven't collected no checks from George Soros yet. Okay, when I collect the check from George Soros, I'm gonna make a video and say, look, the Soros Foundation that gave me my check. Not the Jews are supporting me. Check it out. Okay, I ain't got that check yet, but y'all be the first one to know, Stormfront. As a guilty pleasure of mine, I kind of like him for his hatred towards black women having multiple children. He also constantly insults other blacks for acting violent, deadbeat dance, and disrespectful. He's still a complete moron with zero filter, which somehow made the show hilarious. This is not an attack on you in any way. I'm curious, why you choose to highlight this particular video? So, he wants to talk about my issues with me wanting to correct my community, which has hurt our community. Children without fathers in the household. I support marriages. They think it's funny when we talk about issues of crime within our community. And I tell people I make those videos for the black community because nobody else is dealing with that. Well, maybe they are, but when I do it for us, it's to correct us. I can care less about them. And I know they're going to come, and that's what some people say. These racists going to like these videos. I don't care. They're going to watch regardless. Whether we acting funny, we talking about issues in the community, don't matter. They have nothing else better to do. Look, they created a whole website to talk about black people. And Tanya.
IQ Negro women.
Let's see. No, he ain't saying nothing. You actually thought through this more than I did. I had no knowledge of how Pell Grants and food stamp works. I was more sympathetic towards the caller. Thought it'd be a good video to point out Negro denial of racism against whites, but now I'm leaning more towards your view that the guy may have been.
Yeah, I don't remember setting up and emailing him and asking him to call in, so I don't know what they're talking about.
All right, let's see. I could be dead wrong. The caller was real. There are a lot of weird people out there. Sometimes I see red flags, but there are none being a skeptic about most everything. The part where he mentions his best friend growing up being black and that good rural Negro versus the mean inner city Negro part. Let's come together, kumbayashi crap, without naming the Jew. Oh my God. Blacks are extremely more likely than whites to be on food stamps and other give me dats due to having litters of children, non-married, being stupid and lazy, etc. Plus, none of these guys exactly pay taxes for drug dealing or burglaries, so it's hard to track. I don't know. You ain't pay taxes to Native Americans either when you stole their land. I really enjoyed most of your posts. When the Dylan Roof story came out a while back and the press used your post, it was completely non-trollish and put SF in a positive light, being a national kid. He ain't saying nothing. That's mostly it. That's it, guys. So I have made it to Stormfront. I made it. So what do we do next, Ms. Gabriella? Since we made the Stormfront, you're the ugly you're the ugly low IQ Negro woman. I'm the big buck, and Tanya is what were you again? Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, what'd they call me? I forgot.
You're an unbelievable fool, pander to the Negro, and you were spurred on by the Negro to insert your heritage. So yeah, I am controlling you.
Yeah, I'm mad though because they didn't put any pictures up to call me ugly.
I just thought white woman calls into Negro. Oh. This may be it. Hold on, about Tanya. Yeah, that's it. Unbelievable. She throws her and her culture under the bus in this short phone call. This woman is very dangerous.
Oh my goodness, I'm dangerous, huh?
Yeah, I'm not gonna play that video. Let's see. What a pack of utter BS. My mom in the 50s used to tell me, and she did lock your car doors and drive. Yeah, whatever. Let me see what they say.
A mud shark and self-righteous, useful idiot. That's quite a combination. Wow.
Okay. Oh, they called you a mud shark.
I don't know.
I don't know what that. You know what that is, Tanya?
Yeah, it's the same thing as an N lover. I think
Okay.
That's just a new
white
name
person
for it.
who wastes his or her time calling black radio shows is a loser. There are a few encouraging comments. Most are brain dead whites, libertards, and of course racist blacks. What indoctrination is this idiot speaking of? There's no correct white history being taught in schools. In fact, it is known programs such as Common Core is heavily communist indoctrinated. Traders like this person is a danger to our race. It's sickening to me to the core. This person is past being ashamed of her race. She's literally digging our graves. You're digging the graves, tell you what the white.
Yeah. And the more people that join in with me, the more graves we're gonna keep digging it together. So
let's see here. I ain't trying to read all that crap. What is that? I just want to tell you that I'm so sorry about your slave ancestors. I'm sorry about the ancestors were inferior to other local Africans who enslaved them. He's talking some stupid crap.
Wow.
Well, let's see. So yeah, so Tanya made it by herself. I made it. Trying to think what else. So you the white woman. Hold on, what they put on you? You the white woman that calls into a Negro radio show. Is the embodiment of white. You're the embodiment of white guilt. Not an example. You are the embodiment. When they say white guilt, your picture's there in the dictionary.
yeah, and I disagree with that term. That there should be a certain amount of empathy. There should be a certain amount of empathy from us. Not to just say that it's okay, and it doesn't have to be about being guilty. It just means that we recognize that these things have brought about injustice, and we need to correct it. There's just nothing to be, you don't have to feel guilty about wanting justice, true equality and equal justice for all. Isn't that what this country was supposedly founded on? But they still have a hard time with that sentence. They really don't want liberty and justice for all. They want liberty and justice for white.
Well, you are the embodiment of white guilt, so I expect that from you.
I just want to stop
Wow.
talking.
I'll take it.
So we and you and Miss Gabriella made it to Stormfront. That is awesome. We didn't make it to no other racist websites.
I'll keep googling and see if we can find something else.
I always wondered if I was on gonna be on racist websites.
I wonder how much free time they have. I wish I had free time like that. I'm actually kind of jealous.
I don't have that kind of free time. I don't. I mean, like, shoot. Look. Look what they call the first lady on here. The nigger Michelle Obama, transsexual, silverback, She-Hulk, boom. Like, really? Michelle Obama has been the most classy, someone beyond which best looking first lady we had in a very long time. And they say nothing but nasty stuff to her. Boy, I couldn't be Obama. Boy, I make y'all life hard. You could be talking about my wife like that. So, really? All
To
right.
me, I think she's been the most classy first lady since Jackie Onassis. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I would have said, okay, what's their name? I'm about, you about to get an IRS tax audit out this world. For real. Like, I don't care. Like, you talk about my wife. All right. I mean, I'm just looking at this at the top. It says got niggers. And look, it has to be like some Million Man March or something like that they showing right here. I mean, I thought you don't like us, but you want to put our pictures up. Like, really? Look at the posts. Okay, they talking about her outfit. Okay, what outfit you talking about? That says I'm the first of the United States of America, like a black. You see that? It with a black fist on her dress.
What's wrong with
I think that's fake. That looks like
Yeah, it
it's
is
been
fake. It is fake.
Photoshop.
Yeah, they did. But I'm just saying.
I don't know about
I'm just saying, like, really?
that. You man.
Tell me, just listen to this first. Say her life is harder than any soldier. Oh, I can't show all that. It's kind of violent. But anyway, yeah. So let me get off of this. This is enough of this crap. So, let me see here. Stop here. All right, we back. Anyway, so you see these people, guys. They are obsessed with us, obsessed with the president. I'm just, like I said, I made it. You didn't buy him in a white guilt. I am the big black buck. I'm the big buck, right? Yeah, that's my name. And then you the ugly low IQ Negro woman. Yeah. So. Yeah, I know, right? He's a first Stormfront, next Fox News channel. After that, the world. You're right about that. You're right about that. Next is Fox News channel. We got to make it. So when these people talk, like these people sit here and watch all my videos, even when I'm going in on what they see, this what they do. They love when I do them bad videos talking about the hood rats and the thugs, but then they get mad when I backdoor and talk about them the next video. See, that's what they don't like. As long as if I'm making number videos talking about what black people do, and I'm speaking to us because I care about us, okay, and I want us to fix our issues and problems. If that's all I did, oh, they would love it. They'd be posting all my videos. But they look up the next day and I'm going in on them in a succession. I thought you was different. I had respect for you. Why? Because I was talking about black people. That's why. And I'm talking about you for a minute. Because I can imagine what they call me for being a Negro lover. Well, first of all, there. First, I can really go gorilla and baboon. Like, see, I saw, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone because I don't want to be offensive. I could be extremely offensive if they ever push me, like one actually say something to my face and call me like you're an ape. I can guarantee you, I can pinpoint how you look more of an ape than I do, and that's they understand. Like, where you get this from about an ape? Why are you trying to call black people apes? I never understood that. What, the wide nose? Is that what it is? Why you call black people apes? Where did you get that from, Miss Gabriella?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it was because there was a study that was done trying to compare black people to some humans or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so they say, it says Caleb. Oh, what's up, bro? Yeah, they say they're fascinated by blacks. Yeah, they do. Cause like I cannot find one website that black people have made to just talk about them all freaking day. Now we may talk about them on like YouTube, Facebook, whatever, but they done something. It's not just to talk about them because we hate them.
Yeah, we don't take. I mean, we don't just pick random black people. Like we don't adopt like white people. We don't take pictures of Ivanka Trump's wife and say that she's a tranny. We don't do stuff. Donald Trump's wife. Sorry, we don't say stuff like that.
This is the thing too, as we don't hate nobody. That's the truth. We as black people, we don't hate white people or nobody. Really, let's be real. We should have hate to the core. For the past 400 years, we have justified hate if we wanted to have it, but we're not like that. We don't hate nobody. All thing we asking you to do.
They always say, "Well, we would never."
Gabrielle, you're breaking up pretty bad.
Oh, okay.
All thing we asking you to do is just treat us fairly. Don't be discriminatory. Stop acting like a savage. That's the only thing we asking you to do. And you don't want to do that. You had the peaceful black people that let you slap us in the face, and we turn the other cheek, and we pray for you. Even though you shot us in the church, we pray for you. I'm telling you, them black people are gone. Now you have a different breed of black people now. They not putting up with it. Just as much as you got, as one of them told me in the video about the Panthers, why are you telling black people to get their guns? Why not? They got theirs. You see, now if they went out there without no guns, they would have stood out there in front of that mosque. They wouldn't have went nowhere like, shoot, we got guns and they don't. See, gone are the days that you can go terrorize us and we don't have no way to defend ourselves. That's it. And I said in that video, notice the Panthers and the Huey Newton Gun Club and all the other people didn't go to their neighborhoods, to their churches and everything else they have to harass them. These people been following these black people around, following, Nation of Islam or Arab Muslims around. That is a form of intimidation and terrorism.
That's right.
But you want to tell me I should be encouraging black people to get guns? Why not? Why not? Why can't we defend ourselves? What, you want the good old days?
And you're telling them to legally arm themselves. That's the thing. Legally.
That's right.
Get your concealed carry. Open carry, if I would say, after the social experiments they have done, if you're going to open carry, do it with a group of at least 2 dozen or 3 dozen people.
Yeah, they're not going to harass you. No, when they see the Huey Newton Gun Club walking around, they'll harass them. They'll harass them. But I know people, open carry. I know one of the guys in open carry, Texas. He's one of the guys that helped push that open carry here for handguns. Here in Texas. As long as you have that license, you can open carry your handgun.
That's right.
You can always open carry a rifle here in Texas. But the thing is about gun crime and all those people, oh, well, it's too many guns, there's too many. Sometimes you have to meet force with force. See, the previous generation would have stood out there and been singing, and if they wanted to start shooting at them, they would have and killed a bunch of them. They didn't do that. Like I said, and when I seen Sister Crystal Muhammad out there, I said, oh, look, Sister Crystal. See, Sister Crystal believe in her gun. And the thing is, which y'all don't know, a lot of them guys that's in the Panthers and the different gun clubs are military trained.
That's right.
I can tell you that. A few of them are. Mm-hmm. So they know how to shoot. Don't think they don't. They're like, oh, they're not going to turn the gun sideways, like that old gangster crap. Actually know how to shoot a gun. So it's a wake up call. It's a new day. We're not going along to get along. Mm-hmm. I know you're used to that. I know you're used to subjugated black people. Black people's gonna bow their head and not look in your eye. We are different black people. We're gonna look you square in your eye and say, what you looking at? We're not ducking our head no more.
Those singing days are over.
It's
singing
over.
Spirituals, those are gone.
That's right.
It's time to everybody's rising up.
That's right. None of all of us want to live in peace. Every last one of we are a peaceful people. You may say, "Oh, look over the crime." That crime that's within the black community is within low-income, disparate areas. Remove that element, we don't hardly have any crime. Show me the killings of middle-class black people and their children. Show me how many times you see them killing each other and up on the income scale. We don't have that. It's just the lower income areas, which was created by this government with the redlining back in the day that wouldn't let blacks who were working move into these middle class areas where they was giving whites loans and they wouldn't give blacks nothing. They literally boxed blacks in to ghettos and created this environment. We all know they put crack cocaine in the black community. We all know they put AIDS in the black community in the United States of America. They made AIDS. I was doing some heavy research into that today. I've been knowing that, but just how they did it, it's just sick. They did that to mostly kill black people off, kill off a lot of Africans. How they created that, okay, stunted in disguise of smallpox vaccines and laced them with the AIDS virus so he can get into Africa. Like these people are just dirty, and even with how they infected whites so they could spread it in Manhattan, homosexual whites. It's just these people are evil. Every week, we talk about, this stuff. They create new viruses. Oh, the Zika virus. Y'all created that crap. Ebola. Y'all re-engineered that. Y'all doing test runs to see which ones will kill off people. These people have always created biological weapons. They started with the Native Americans with the smallpox to them. Almost wiped them out. How they go from 75 million to 4 million? I mean, it was genocide. So, and even though all that biological warfare that you've done, stealing, killing, maiming, then you got the nerve to tell us not to defend ourselves? Like, really? Y'all making websites?
And here's my question, like, why is any white person who empathizes with all of these horrible things? I mean, like, I have empathy for the Native Americans who were killed off with the smallpox blankets. Who wouldn't have empathy? If you don't have empathy, to me, you're evil. That's just an evil mentality. We have to repent and say, okay, something was clearly wrong with our ancestors. It has created problems today. We have to correct these problems. We can't just say, I'm responsible for myself, not what my ancestors did. No, you are responsible because you're still reaping those benefits. You have land because you stole land from Native Americans. You have wealth because of slavery. I just don't understand. How can that be called white guilt? Just to want justice and want to speak the truth and want some kind of reparations. I believe reparations are long overdue.
My thing is, a good reparation is just stop creating stuff to kill us.
Exactly. Stop shooting people.
Like one person asked me about my stance on vaccines. I'll question them all. I know one thing I do not allow is anything with mercury. Like the flu shot, do not take the flu shot. It has mercury in it.
My daughter doesn't get any of them.
Ask what's in them. You can ask, and they'll have to tell you what's in these flu shot. Because they don't want to say that a lot of these vaccines has caused autism. Now, check this out. The Nation of Islam back in last year in Atlanta, they had a big march at the CDC. Now, they say the Nation of Islam hate white people, but I can show you all the videos where it was white people all over the place with the Nation of Islam at the CDC fighting against those vaccines. Okay. So, because, a lot of people tell me, why you talk to them in the Nation of Islam? I'm like, why not? Why not? Not one time have they ever told me to hate white people or hate this or hate that. And so what's the problem? And if Robert Kennedy is talking with them and all these other white people I've seen talk with them, I don't see what's the issue, right?
I'm raising my hand. We're a Nation of Islam family over here. My daughter is Muslim. Her father's in the Nation of Islam. Her grandfather was an original Black Panther. And they love us to death. They don't hate white people. And even Farrakhan has said, he's trying to tone down his rhetoric in his later years. But even when he used the term white devil, I know what he meant. He doesn't mean all white people are evil. But when you do acts that are evil, that does kind of make you a devil. And if you don't feel that he's insulting you, then he's not talking about you. He's talking about the ones who are evil.
Well,
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I get his you because okay, and this how I do it because I as a recent, you know, it just comes out that way because it's just an accurate description. I said in my video that those guys that showed up in front of that mosque are some devils, and the reason why I said they were some devils is because Jesus said the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what they were there to do. They wasn't there for no peace. They wasn't there for peaceful protests. Peaceful protesters just have signs. It's okay if they say, I don't agree with Islam. Fine. You're not doing nothing. You can do that. But you show up with all kind of AR-15s and all kind of rifles. You're showing up with drum extensions. You're showing up with fatigues, masks. You go in there to do something. That's not protesting. That's intimidation. And any little move towards you say, oh, self-defense. That's what they say. Oh, we have a right to defend ourselves. Now the cops ask those fools, don't show up there with those rifles all loaded. They say, well, we're not going to do that. They showed you seen the video. They guns are laid out. That was not nothing to protect yourself. That was to start a war.
That wouldn't even be a war. That'd be a massacre in that case.
So only a devil would do something like that. Not, well, you think angels would do that? You think God would show up and start bringing weapons? You got to call it what it is. No angel I know would go out there like that. You think Mother Teresa would go out there like Mother Teresa is one of the closest to angels we know of. That lady. You think Mother Teresa would went out there like that? No. But them devils, yeah, I call them a devil. And they're like, well, why are you calling white people? I ain't calling white people nothing. I said those devils. I call them like it is. And I just reference Jesus. You get mad at me, you won't. Jesus said you are of your father, the devil.
That's right.
And I'm going to call you like what he said. You're mad at me, go reference John chapter 8 and go get mad at Jesus for saying, because you say you love Jesus so much, so I'm referencing Jesus. So leave me alone. I ain't no pastor. I'm just telling you the truth. Jesus said you love your father, the devil. He's been alive from the beginning, and you've been lying from the beginning ever since you got here. So that's the only thing I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm repeating Jesus. Don't get mad at me. You say Westboro Baptist Church is the worst. Yes, but Westboro Baptist Church has never brought guns to a protest. They said some things that's not nice. That's for sure. They had these signs, yes, but they have never showed up with firearms talking about they protest. Can't say that. You know, now Fred Phelps, the guy, the leader of the place. Have you watched his videos?
I haven't gotten a chance to. I should. Though.
Oh, yeah. Like you have an event that happened, like a shooting. He say, "God sent the shooter." That's what he would say. Praise God. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've seen the stuff that they represent. Those when someone dies, they'll be out there with the sign and say it's a good thing and everything.
He said, one person said people hate being called devils, but love acting like one. I noticed that they hate being called a devil. It's like it goes through them like a hot knife through butter. It's like you say devil. It's like you could call them racist, blackphobic, you can call him mother effer and everything else. They cool with that. But you say a devil, it's like, oh my God. I said, oh man, I found something that can get to him now. That's like the worst thing you ever let me do is find out a word I could use to really hurt you. Like when I'm describing something, because I'm only talking about those individuals in those videos or anybody who sympathizes with them. If you sympathize with them, you a devil too. I'm not gonna call you an angel.
That's right. I mean, evildoers are going to get called what they are. But back to the vaccines, the Nation of Islam actually, one of the doctors produced a letter that said that you can take to your doctor, and it says, I, the doctor, agree to pay, or I know exactly what's in these vaccines. I know what will happen. If your child suffers any adverse reactions, I agree to pay you between $1 million and $5 million. And I mean, you take this to the doctor, and they're like, I can't sign it. I don't know what's in them. So even the doctors don't know what it is. I challenged my pediatrician on what was in them. I knew more than he did. And I said, so you're just giving these vaccines. So they know me at the doctor's office now. They know no shots, right? Like no shots. And even if your child doesn't go to school, you don't have to get the shots. You can do a waiver. philosophical or religious reasons, you don't have to get the shots. The school will intimidate you and say all kinds of things. It is your right not to put that in your child's body.
Well, we're talking about some people talking about the scriptures. Well, it's good to refer to the scriptures because see, when you call somebody a devil and you don't bring it back to Jesus, then they can go on. You just having hate, but you bring it back to the Lord and say, okay, the Lord said this. This is how He described you to act like this. So what you say about that? You know what I'm saying? Just like when people refer to well, I'm gonna get to that conversation another time. But when people talk about Revelation 2:9, they talk about the synagogue of Satan and the false Jews and all this other stuff. When you want to get into that conversation, refer it back to Revelation 2:9. They can't argue that. Okay? So it's just so many things that it's good to refer to, you know, with the scriptures if you can, and use the scriptures to your advantage. I mean, the ones that, like, when these people say stuff to you, that's why I call them out and say, you're not a real Christian. I say your version of Christianity is perverted and it's not what Jesus created. Because how could you sit up here and say you're a good Christian and you stealing people, killing, taking resources, everything else? I thought Jesus said treat others the way you want to be treated. You want somebody to come in America and steal your resources, rape your women, take your inventions, your culture, your money, your banks, your government? You want somebody to do that to you? No. I thought the Lord said treat our neighbor as yourself. You ain't treat your neighbor good not one day.
And this is what I say when people try to support police shootings. I said the Ten Commandments does not say thou shalt not murder unless one does not comply. I mean, there is no, it's murder. I mean, you have a right to defend yourself, but when you just actually shoot an unarmed person, that's you can't justify that. There's no way to justify it. We're supposed to live by these 10 Commandments. And nowhere in the scripture does it say it's okay to shoot somebody if they don't comply. It does not say that anywhere in the Bible.
Well, the person said the version of Christianity I follow is the Catholic Church and the Vatican. I think let me tell you something. What I follow, I tell people, is the teachings of Jesus and His Word. That's what I follow. That's what guides me. Okay, but the real teachings of Jesus, not this American Christianity that say it's okay to enslave people for 246 years, and yet you are righteous, and you want to use something from an epistle of Paul that wasn't even talking to you to justify your slavery. No.
Absolutely.
No. That it had nothing to do with that. Okay, because Jesus always supersedes Paul. Always.
That's right. That's right.
But we knew you was wrong when you came over here and changed the image of Christ to look like you, to go along with your superiority teaching. And so this is what I've been saying to them as a recent. I'm gonna keep saying this. White supremacy, number one, is a doctrine of demons, for sure. And if you look at yourself as superior to somebody else, then you think of yourself as a god, and everybody else is supposed to be bowing down to you, and you, with your word is bond, and everything you do is right, and everything, if you have that mindset, of course. Okay. Then if you think of yourself as a god, the first commandment says, have no other gods before me. That includes yourself, it includes idols, it includes tangible things, or whatever. So if you think you're superior to me, you think of yourself as a god, and you wonder why you had the problems you have. You wonder why you have the guilt and condemnation you have, because you put yourself in the guise of a god. I don't want to be that. I just want to be an humble servant. That's it. That's all I want to be. That's all I aspire to be. Okay? But if you think yourself as a god, you gonna deal with that. And shame on you. And I keep seeing it happening every day. False god. You losing a lot of stuff every day. You can't figure it out. You can get Trump in there all day long. It has been ordained for you to lose a lot. I know this. I see it happening. You're losing your influence. You're losing your power. And before you lose it, you're going to become very violent. Before you lose it. It's going to happen. It's going to be mass violence from those who want to maintain it. But you're still going to lose it because it's been ordained. I mean, there's nothing I can say. I don't know why I'm saying all this, but hey, I don't know.
It's funny that they always call us violent, but when you ask even the most extremely militant black person, if there could be some type of role reversal and we were able to be way on the top and then whites be on the bottom, and you ask them the question, would you enslave white people? Would you torture them? Would you put them through all the stuff we went through? And most of the time they'll say no, because I don't have it in my heart to do it. They'll say
No,
yeah, they jokingly would say yes, but they will say in my heart no, I would never treat anybody like that because
no.
we
I
didn't
mean,
do it.
we aren't evil like that. I mean, of course, you may have some, that who feel that
Yeah.
way, but for the most part, we're not evil like that. I mean, we don't want nobody treated bad and subjugated and
Mm-hmm.
killed and not given jobs and education and diseases put on them for experiments and
Or
creating
locking
disease.
locking them up for no reason,
Yeah,
planting evidence. I
yeah,
mean, just
yeah,
horrible
yeah.
things. That
We,
is
we don't.
evil.
We don't want any of that for nobody. I can honestly say that as black people, we don't want that for nobody. We just want to live. We want to get along. We want to be at peace. We rather be your brother. That's it, a fellow brother. But you don't want us like that. It's like a lot. Not all. Not all. Not all. But some of you don't want us like that. You want to. You have been raised and bred to hate us, and we have to understand that reality.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for you to go to a mosque, to a church, you would, go into a church and shoot 9 people that's trying to pray with you. Like, you gotta think about that.
You gotta be a sick
What
person.
what you say whatever you want to say about black people, how we so violent, how we this and how we that. But we have never bombed your churches. We have never went in your church and shot up your members that sat there for an hour and prayed with us. Have we ever did that? But we the most violent. Man, don't give me that. We have never hung white people and had our wives, our kids, and everybody else hanging around like it's a great day. And then after the hanging, then we sit here and say, you want to take souvenirs. You want to cut the white man's fingers off, toes off, cut his genitals off, ears, and everything else. You want to hang it on your mantle on souvenirs. Have we ever did that? No, we haven't. So don't tell me about we are so violent. Everything that we have right now is the problems in the black community. If we were left alone to fix our own issues and problems, and put it like this, let's say we tell the police, look, stay out of the black community. We're going to get the Panthers, and we're going to get, other brothers that's former military to clean up the communities, and we're going to patrol our own communities. You don't have to come no more. I promise you the community can clean up overnight. They will not have no issues. But they don't want that.
The Nation of Islam also has the Injustice for Else patrolling vehicles in certain neighborhoods too, and it's been a success so far
Mm-hmm.
because they're not out to shoot their own people.
And they can actually go to them. This the thing is, the Panthers and all those other brothers, the Nation, they actually can walk up to them brothers on the streets,
Mm-hmm.
talk with them, and get them to put down the guns. Police can't do that. They're not even trained to get them to get along.
Mm-hmm.
How many times we heard the police grabbing one gang member and driving them in the opposite gang member neighborhood just so they can get killed? They say, oh yeah, the police like, yeah, they killed him. But they dropped him off in that neighborhood.
Wow.
Remember that movie, Menace to Society? Well, they picked up Kane, they dropped him in the neighborhood where the Mexicans were at. Like, so they can kill him. That stuff still happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, evil. Like, even the police brutality. Name me 100 cases of black officers beating the hell out of white people, shooting them in the back, doing all this stuff. But you can find, I don't know how many white male cops who have done this, but we can't say nothing about it.
No,
These
yeah,
isolated incidents.
I
I'm
see it on
sorry.
YouTube.
It's just facts.
I mean, I see it with all these body cam videos that have been coming out. It's like there's a YouTube channel that has nothing but body cam videos of police officers shooting down people without weapons. Shooting down people, dragging people, body slamming people.
That's evil. That's pure evil. There's no other way to describe it. It's evil.
My thing is this, okay. I think the way they run federal law enforcement, that's the way they should run state and local law enforcement, because federal law enforcement have a lot of restrictions on what they can do. I have family in federal law enforcement, even some in Border Patrol, and they told me they can't just shoot nobody, like talking about. If they shoot somebody, it better be really self-defense, because if not, they gonna go to jail. They don't play that with them. But these civilian cops will shoot you without a blink of an eye and nothing happened to them. They at home chilling on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Then, you have it's crazy that even in police departments they still segregated, because I didn't even know they have a white union for white cops, a black union for black cops, Hispanic police union. All these different unions are broken apart. to do different things for these officers, and it's crazy, you know, because I had a family member who's a 20-year police officer tell me this how it is in the department, and even why guys won't even speak up, not because they don't want to, is because you say sometimes you may come up missing, speaking up too much, and that's like running like a gang. But they sit up there and go tell people in the neighborhood, well, you start telling us to stop following that no snitching code. You don't snitch, and you killing people who they're supposed to snitch, or try to ruin their life, or blackball them, or whatever. But we are the evil ones, And you guys are more likely to have violence. Okay, let's go there. Well, you guys are more likely to rape. Do you mean you raping? Does it mean we having violence? It's like all that more likely. Well, you only 30. And another thing they like to do is these Blackphobics. Well, you're only 13% of the population. Every time they tell you that, it's a superiority thing. Always remember that. Their whole life has to be off of being better than you. You can't get equal to them or above them. Oh, it's a problem. Trust me. They just did a poll when I heard it, and I said, oh, I need to get this poll. That a lot of people that voted for Trump have an issue that blacks and other people of color are starting to get a little equal to them. They don't want that. They want, as long as they stay above people of color, that's fine. That is a problem. That is a problem. And you know why we having all these voter ID things going on now? Obama. Because I didn't even know till recently. President Obama did not get the majority of the white votes. He got a very little of the white vote. Like in Alabama, they say he only got 10% of the white vote. Most people that voted for President Obama was, of course, there's some white people, of course, but blacks, Hispanics, Asians, all these different, people of color got President Obama voted in twice. And that's crazy that he didn't get the white vote and still became the president. But they were like, oh, hell no. We got to sit here and come up with voter ID laws. We got to disenfranchise these Republicans, because they want to keep, the good old boys club. They don't realize it's dying. It's dying.
It sure is.
It's dying. They better get used to it. It's dying. You ever heard that thing, the history repeats itself?
Yeah, it does. And it's happening. I mean, no empire is going to stand forever. Every great empire is falling eventually.
So that's why, I tell people right now, if you get yourself together, try to look more into. I just saw like a sister do a video. You ever been to Nambia, Miss Gabriella?
No, I've been to Ghana. That's about it.
Well, they speak English out there too. Only thing I was seeing what you told me, and then she was really showing detail about the internet. That'd be the only issue I would have out there. Like, oh, I can't be regulated to know 600 megabytes a month. That don't work. I use more than that. Live stream.
I mean, not in your house. That's for sure.
Oh, what they say? Oh, population numbers. Yeah, population numbers is a fabrication. I agree with that because you look at the way it's set up. Arabs don't even get their own block on the census. They have to be considered white.
Right. That's right.
Hispanics are considered white in some instances, so they fluff up the white number.
That's right.
Then actually count it right. Now, I heard the next census is supposed to be a little bit more accurate, but the real reason Trump and them is fussing about immigration. It's not because of jobs. They're fussing about immigration because they don't want too many brown people in here. The issue is if you really want to come at something, and people say, why you want to make it about black and white? Because it is. Why don't you go to those elite white people and stop them from shipping your jobs to Mexico? No, you want to build a wall, and your job gonna go right over that wall, and you can build a wall all day long. They're gonna have all kinds of jobs in Mexico. You're not gonna have no manufacturing jobs because they'll keep shipping it over there. And that's the thing. Now, Trump could stop that from happening. Maybe that'll help some things. But I don't know. Y'all, they worrying about the wrong thing. Islam ain't the problem. Islam didn't put this country in 18 or 19 trillion dollars of debt, or whatever it is. Islam didn't do that. It was your Republican President George Bush that got us in 2 wars, destabilizing the whole freaking country because of Zionists. A lot of y'all need to start researching Zionism and who the real Zionist is, and how that entity, trust me, y'all need to start studying that. Your eyes, if you don't, you need somebody to teach you. If you don't want to read all that, go listen to Louis Farrakhan. He'll teach you. Oh boy, he wrote the book on it too.
He'll teach you about a lot of other stuff, like just everyday life, relationships. He's just an amazing teacher, actually. If people can just get past, some of his rhetoric and really listen to him, he's a very brilliant man, and his teachings are just brilliant.
Well, I even had a talk with my friend, and I asked him, what has reformed more black men, Christianity or Islam? I asked him. And he said, I'll be honest with you, bro. I've seen Islam reform more black men than Christianity. I say, why is that? He said, because it's just the way they know how to talk to you. He said, they speak your language. It's just the teachings that we understand it. He said, because with the Christianity teaching here comes from the plantation field. So a lot of black people are rejecting that. And that's why a lot of blacks are not feeling Christianity anymore. It's not Christianity, and I tell them that. I get your rejection. You should reject slave masters' version of Christianity. Follow the Christianity that Jesus set up, not the version that they perverted, because they're violating the Bible every day. It should be no such thing as racism if you follow in the Bible. It shouldn't even be a conversation. Discrimination. It shouldn't even be a conversation. The Ku Klux Klan should have never existed if you were following the scriptures. The Native Americans should be more in number than they are now if you're following the Bible. Instead of working with the Native Americans and say follow the Bible and build on a spirit of brotherhood, they open their arms to you, welcome you in the land, but you didn't follow the Bible. You followed the satanic Bible or something, but it sure wasn't God's holy Bible. And that's why I tell these people, and I'm going to put that more and more in my videos. You guys going to hear me say that more and more and more, because I'm going to go at their version of Christianity as a perverted form of Christianity that's not what Jesus set up in here and died for. It is a false doctrine.
Also, a lot of people like to reject that descendants don't have any responsibility, and we actually do, and it does say that in the scripture. So the descendants of the slave master do have some responsibility if we are reaping the benefits. It's in scripture, and they just choose to ignore that part. But especially when it has to do with the nation will be judged based on people as a whole, as a whole. So if we're still continuing all this injustice, we're going to be judged on that. No matter how many people are dead and gone, we're still reaping those benefits. We're still following some of those policies. We have to correct it, or we're going to be judged on that. We're not in the clear.
I want to answer a question Daniel Hoff said he said Farrakhan's a Muslim, that's why he sides with Palestine. No, I'm going to say this much. Do your own research about that. Find the New York Times paper from 1940, was it 1944, that says Zionist has taken over this particular land, and Harry Truman backed them up on it. Okay, research. It says Zionist. It didn't say Jewish people. It said Zionist. Just research it for yourself. It's big as day, print, bold. Okay, that land was taken from those people. That wasn't their original place. It's the same thing like what happened over here. The difference is those people are still there, and if I went over there and took your house, and you still in the neighborhood, would you want to go get me out? I'm just saying, it's just fair. The same thing that happened over there to those people is the same thing that happened here to the Native Americans. And it's sad, Native Americans, they put them on reservations like a prison or something, even though they're happy over there, they want to be around them. But still, they took their land from them and said it's theirs. And the United States have backed them up from taking another person's land. And I read this quote. My wife sent me this quote. I thought it was crazy. Hold on. I don't know if I want to get into that quote. But Even Adolf Hitler warned of that. That if America do that, those sort of things with them, it's going to cause another war. And we have seen ever since America has done that, okay, was one of our biggest mistakes. We have had problems in the Middle East ever since 1944. Prior to 1944, we never had problems with no Middle Eastern country. Look all the money we spent, billions of dollars in the Middle East. And for what? Who are we actually protecting? I mean, that's the thing. And when you say this stuff, these people want to tell you, oh, you don't like them, and you are what's that word? Anti-Semitic. Like, you couldn't tell me that because, like I said, no. I am part of the Semitic people of Africa. You can't tell me that. To be anti-Semitic to be anti-black, and I ain't anti-black. I love black people. So you can miss me with that one. But well, yes. Anybody knows I was a little ill. Somebody say that. Yeah. It's like it's not right. It's not right. And I've had people from Palestine actually write me and say, thank you for saying the truth, and I appreciate what you're saying because we're suffering over here and nobody believes us, and it's innocent people over there suffering. And then this other thing I read they have over there is horrible. They have this stuff called skunk water, okay? And they said America was supposed to get this skunk water that these Israeli Defense Forces have. And it's supposed to be like a non-lethal thing to keep people away. Basically, it's a mixture of it smells like poop, urine, the most horrible things you could think of, all mixed into one in this water. And the Palestinian people say they'll go by and harass them and start shooting the stuff in their house and ruin all their furniture and all this other stuff, terrorize them. Now, they say the U.S. is trying to get the skunk water for, like, we have another riot and all this other stuff as a non-lethal agent, okay, to stop people. I mean, you don't understand. A lot of our police go over there to train. That's another thing you guys don't understand. Look at how they treat people over there. And they want them people training the police. And you wonder why the police are so militarized and they're killing so much. I mean, you can go research this. What I'm telling you, I'm not lying. Research that our police go over there. Yeah, but you gotta understand. Yes, you say Palestine and the Jews got along for 3,000 years, but the real Jews got along with Palestine, not the fake ones. You have to understand that. Do you get that? Read Revelation 2:9 in the Bible. Read what Jesus said, not me. Read what he said, and then you go from there. Sorry, it is what it is. And it's sad. It's just sad. You say the difference is, matter of fact, they preached to kill the little kid. Well, you know what? Of course, like I say, I believe in peace. I'm a peaceful man. But at the same time, Americans go do some stuff in revenge real quick too. Like when 9/11 happened, they was burning down Arab businesses, trying to burn down the mosque and everything else. Why? As like a revenge for what happened for 9/11. So if your whole family get blown up on some stuff that you shouldn't even be blowing your family up for, it makes somebody who isn't a savage become a savage all of a sudden. That's what people don't understand. It's like, until you actually see the pictures of the dead children and see how the people are crying and all this other stuff about it, has nothing to do with terrorism, nothing to do with anything, and America says nothing. But then they can't talk about nobody because they have human rights violations over here. How is it that we incarcerate so many people? We incarcerate 25% of all the people that's incarcerated in the world. We incarcerate more.
Wow.
America, and we're not even a blip on world population side. We incarcerate more people than China.
That's crazy.
So that's the only thing I'm saying. It's I don't want to get into all that stuff but I'm just trying to tell you guys, do some research for yourself.
Yeah, and reach out and talk to people that are actually over there. I had a classmate who used to do that.
Yeah, I have some friends here from Palestine. They're here on work visas. And the stories are just, I mean, heartbreaking. It's just horrible.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, I
person.
remember years ago when I was on the plane, this older Palestinian man was trying to talk to me about the situation. You know, I was young and I didn't understand. But looking back, I'm like, wow, now I understand why he had such a problem with the U.S. Because the thing is, they try to, over here, they try to paint it a certain way. And I've tried to speak to people and tried to explain to them why there is so much unrest in the Middle East and why they're angry with the U.S. And I try to tell them, like, you know, they're upset about the fact that their land is gone. And they went in there and forcefully took it. And when I try to explain that to people, they're just kind of like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You need to watch CNN. You need to watch Fox News. They'll tell you.
State-run media, you mean?
Mm-hmm. They'll tell me to look at that because they're like, oh, you're obviously wrong. Even though I'll say I've spoken to people that live there or that are from there, they're like, no, you're still wrong. You need to look at CNN. Okay. All right, if you say so.
Yeah. Well, one person asked why everything will be peace in the Middle East. The way it's going now, no. Oh, about Saddam. Well, the reason they actually went into Iraq, I'm gonna tell you the real truth. I mean, that's almost about right. Not about 9/11. Saddam wanted to take the his oil off of the dollar and wanted to put it to the euro. And when Saddam wanted to do that, America's like, hell no. That's the same thing with Libya. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Gaddafi wanted to change it from the dollar to a gold dinar in the new Africa because Western countries don't have gold like Africa do. So they would have to buy gold from them. And you know how expensive gold is. An ounce of gold is what, about 1,000 to $1,100 right now, give or take. So imagine how
Mm-hmm.
much money they would have to spend just to buy the money to trade in the new Africa. So they had to stop that. Hillary Clinton and all them other ones, they had to kill Gaddafi because he was trying to put it together. You know, and anybody who's trying to mess up their fiat currency, which is nothing but paper, okay, they trying to kill them. But they Christians though. They good Christians. They're better than Sharia law and they're better than Islam and you know everybody should be like them with democracy.
Mm-hmm. And they'll paint it up on the media and try to make Gaddafi into the next boogeyman. Because that's what they're looking for. Every single time they're looking for the next boogeyman. They turn Saddam into a boogeyman. And Gaddafi
Hmm.
the same way. They try to demonize these people when a lot of them are just trying to unify their country. A lot
Correct.
of people said that when Saddam was in power, it was more peaceful over there. Or at least some of
Saddam.
those leaders kept things in line. Maybe not Sudan, but you know what I mean.
Well,
Some of the leaders actually kept things in line. They took him out.
well, you know it's the thing. Saddam knew his people. He knew. Okay, so he knew if they got a line, what he had to do with them. And they said, I don't know if you've seen those pictures. Said Iraq before and Iraq after America came. Oh my God, it's a wasteland. You know what I'm saying? I was like, they showed Libya before and Libya after. Like, oh Jesus Christ, just
Hmm.
destroying people's lives and funding terrorists. You know, giving terrorists weapons. You know, I
Yeah, no, that
mean,
doesn't make any sense. That's horrible.
Hmm.
it's crazy. It's crazy. But we don't know no better. Like they say, we should watch CNN, MSNBC, state-run media, and propaganda media. Okay, at least the Chinese and Russians, at least they tell you they got state-run TV. They'll sit up here and lie to you and act like it's free press.
No, it's not.
This is
Everybody trying to
why,
push the agenda.
but this is why independent media has really took off. Okay, because we aren't state-run TV.
Hmm.
We see things, report them as we see them, give our opinions on them, the best way possible. Well, they not telling us what to do. And no, George Soros has not cut me a check yet either. For the guys that storm front, that's talking about the Jews. Europe is being taken over by Islamic migrants. They want to kill refugees. Well, you know why that's happening, Daniel? Because of the policies of NATO and America. If you stayed out them people country and destabilizing them people country, it wouldn't be flooding into Europe right now. See, America's over here fine. They're not flooding over here. But Europe, you're right. They flooding into Europe so much they getting to a point they trying to destabilize those people country. That's how much they get. And they going in there, some of them acting wild. They acting like hood rats and thugs. Raping, pillaging some of them. You created that problem. You want to bomb everything. You want to steal people all. This is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the unrest also has to do a lot with the central banking system and who wants to, I mean, look, I can promise you a lot of the unrest comes from the most wealthiest people that run the world. And they'll make excuses why we have to go into a country, and sometimes it's all lies.
That's correct. So you can't. For every cause, there's an effect. That's what like these people don't understand. You think you're gonna go in, you destabilize people's country, you assassinate their leaders, you give people diseases, you steal this, you cause conflicts, you do all this stuff like the devil, of course, and don't think it's gonna come back to you. Any trap you set for somebody else, eventually you're gonna fall in your own snare. You can't do that against people. See, they didn't think that, oh, let's go bomb Iraq, let's go bomb Syria. They didn't think that all those Muslims were going to start flooding into their countries. They didn't think that was going to happen. But you thought they was going to stay there in rubble, can't eat, destitute, when they was fine before you start dropping bombs over there. I'm just saying. There was no ISIS before when Saddam was in power. Saddam got out of power, now here comes ISIS. He had them in check. You know. No, I'm not talking about Islam. My thing is about what you said earlier, Daniel, about them coming in your country. No, they're coming in your country because Europeans and United States bomb those people's countries to the point they can't live there. And that's why they going over to your country, all the European countries. Your anger should be with NATO, your government, for doing that, for setting up that situation. Because you got to remember, we are way across the Atlantic. They can't come over here like talking about. They can easily go to the UK. They can easily go to Sweden and all these other European countries. It's a bad situation going on in Europe right now. I don't know if people, like the American media, you notice something?
They don't
The
talk
American
about
media is quiet. They so quiet about that. They're not saying a word. But they talk about everybody else, but they're not talking about that. Why is that? Y'all need to ask yourself that question, people who live in Europe that's watching. Why is the American media not talking about this mass immigration, this mass influx of Muslims that's coming into your country, that they was part of, what happened, coming to your country? Ask that question. It's just a question.
And it's just like blaming people from Mexico for coming over here to work. Okay, if there weren't jobs here, if your business owner friends wouldn't hire undocumented workers, they wouldn't be coming over here. Obviously, they're getting jobs, so why are you blaming the people that are coming over here for getting jobs? You should be blaming the ones that are hiring them, trying to avoid tax breaks. Don't blame the people coming over. I mean, trust me, they would not be coming over here if there were no jobs. If nobody would hire them, they wouldn't be crossing the border. It's a dangerous trek to cross that border. They would not be coming over here if they knew that there was no work. But they always find work.
Yeah, now somebody's writing that Germany is suffering from crime due to refugees. I agree with you. Trust me. I may not report everything I see, but I see it. People send it to me. I research it myself. I say, what is going on in these different countries all over the world? And I'm seeing it. And you guys need to ask the BBC, to ask their connections in America, why aren't they reporting the European crisis with all the immigrants? Because it is in crisis proportions right now. It's not just Arabs, it's Africans too that's been destabilized in certain countries. They have flooded Europe. And there's nothing literally they can do. Some of them is trying to stop them from coming in, but what is it they're going to do? Where are they going to go?
Exactly. There's nowhere to go at this point. They won't justify their violence, but at the same time, it's like a lot of them are homeless. Their schools are gone. I mean, I've read stories of little kids crying because they had to do their lessons outside because their school got blown up. They don't have homes now. They living out in tents. And then when they try to leave to see greener pastures, they get stuck out in some refugee camp somewhere with no food, no water. And then you get mad when people steal. But it's like, what do you expect? You're not giving them jobs because you racist. So you're not going to give the foreigners jobs. They don't speak the language. They have no way and no money. What do you expect them to do? Because unfortunately, people turn to doing the wrong thing when they're desperate enough.
Correct. And then I see this one video. This one Muslim cleric said that they're gonna go into European countries and they're gonna get with white women, impregnate them, and try to make them die out. This is what one said. I like, whoa. I like, whoa.
Wow.
No, he said, I like, man, and he going over there to Europe. I was like, oh boy. I was like, boy. I was shaking my head. I said, that's some turned up Muslims up. Ain't the NOI. Trust me, that's not the NOI. That's the Muslims you want to watch out for real. But even Farrakhan said that about not letting them come over here. He said that they should be vetted for coming over here. He said it.
Yeah, he said they hate Americans so much for what we have done to them that it would be stupid to allow them to come over here because I mean they hate us.
Yeah,
they hate us, but we did it. We did it, and the people that we voted into office to make those decisions, they did it. So essentially, we did it.
my thing is, I don't mind none of my kids no census wars for these politicians. Send your kids. Donald Trump would send his kids. I don't care. No food, none of ours. Fighting a war that none of us want to even be in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, like I say, here on this show, we talk about a little everything. Someone say that's why we got to pause immigration for all people right now. Well, that's not gonna stop. I have family members that work on the border. They said that Donald Trump can build his wall, they still gonna get over it. He said that's all they do all day is watch what they do. They study, they try, they attempt. It's like how them guys go to prison and how they make all these tools and they do all this stuff in prison. Somebody like, wow, you made a grilled cheese doing that? I'm just saying, the human mind is very sharp. Donald Trump will get his wall, but unless he about to make that wall about 100 feet deep, they don't get underneath that wall. I'm telling you, them dudes, they some gophers over there. They make tunnels from Mexico. They got a bunch of tunnels right now. They don't find when they find them. Yes, they go in them and fill them full of concrete. That's what they do. Well, shoot, they gonna just build another one.
They've got tunnels from Mexico City to Arizona.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true. They do. Now, guys, before we let me see. I think tomorrow I'm going to post a video talking about our 500,000 subscribers on the Advice TV channel. A lot of people been saying, congratulations to that. And so I'm gonna post a video, talking about that just a little bit. They said we halfway to 1 million on the Advice TV channel. So, and then also I'll talk about the new reward program we have on the studio. We're building as one campaign. We're still trying to build our studio. So we be TV ready, and we trucking along. We had last time I checked 3610. We still got to keep trucking to the 250. We're still looking for at least 2,470 people to help us get that done. The ones who are committed enough to donate $100. That's if you're committed to do that. Nobody's forcing you. Nobody's saying you paying to watch and all these other comments people leave. Oh boy, my thing cut off. Did it cut off? Was Gabrielle? You see me there?
You're frozen.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm frozen. It sucks.
We can hear you though.
Yeah, I know you can hear me. What happened is my camera's running out of battery. Hey, you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you see me?
Yep, we can see a picture now.
All right. Hope it's right. I hope I said it back right. Oh well. All right. Here we go. Hopefully we good. Nice frozen. What is this going on? Okay, we good. All right. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know why people bringing up the Young Turks for.
Uh-uh.
I don't know. I'm looking at that.
They're talking about politicians, so they're talking about different people.
Okay. But one thing I can say about the Young Turks, I get this to them. They had asked for $250 million. 50 million. There's 250,000. They got 404,000 from 3,700 people. So that's support. That's why they got that nice studio they have, because people support them. But when African American ass has to be all kind of comments and all kind of negativity, but yet but that's another story another time. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Are you gonna do any 1 million father interviews? I'm trying to set some up actually. Hopefully tomorrow. I got so much to do tomorrow, but we'll try to take care of that. I don't know, guys. Y'all talking about their platform? I don't know. Us over here, we just trying to put out decent information, stuff that you can rock with, and hopefully you can learn something from it. That's what we're trying to do here, And the thing is, when you are doing it independent, you can do that. This is why, and I'm glad y'all guys mentioning that about them. This is why I don't want people with major money to come that say, "Oh, well, you need a studio, we'll pay for it." Because when they pay for it, then that's just when you see a person sell out. It's because now they can kind of guide you a little bit and say, "Hey, we pay for the studio, so you got to kind of do us a little favor."
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be put in that position where I have to do favors for people.
Right, there's a lot of control that goes with that money.
Yes. I don't want somebody to look up and say, yeah, I can pay the rest of that GoFundMe off today. But, I need you to kind of talk about this or kind of lay off on this subject and stop saying this or whatever. I mean, it's just a little thing I'm asking you to do. That little thing could change your whole platform completely.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, man, what happened to you? You don't say things anymore like you used to. You kind of tone down and you got your studio, but, and that's not what I want to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that. And so I'd rather say, let it be the people that support it, the people that help us, fund that, and let us walk into that. Everybody tell me, even today, as some people I know, man, I seen the design for that studio. It's nice. Yeah, we trying to make it a reality. And we don't, like I said, we don't want corporations and all them other ones to look at that design of that studio and say, oh yeah, we got a chance to get at him now. We can get that studio for him. I don't want that.
We want our listeners to have their same platform where you can chat and talk about whatever you want to, and we can respond to that the way you want us to.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to be controlled.
Exactly.
It's all about you. It's all about the listeners. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. It's all about you guys.
Exactly. So that's why when I said, help us make this happen, that's the way we can stay the same. Because like I said, it'd be great to get that studio, and they say, dog, wow, he didn't have no major investors. The people supported that and got that done. I could really start stunting on them then, talking crap. I was like, because y'all didn't help me do crap, so don't even come to me. My attitude would probably be worse with them, with the mainstream and all these other ones that's not for the people. Please. Because you think they like to see people that's by themselves get the same stuff they have without them? Oh no, they would hate that junk. Well, like I said, Wani, I guess is how you say it. I believe so. I'm gonna keep pushing. I got faith. I believe God gonna touch some hearts, and He's touched a few already. But also, like I said, I'm gonna talk about the reward program, because I got this reward program that's pretty good on there now, and they got this one And if we hit the goal, I'll explain a little bit more of it tomorrow. But we hit the goal if you donate a total of $5,000. If you donate that, once we hit the goal, we're gonna fly you here to Houston. After the studio is built, we'll show you the studio. We will have a special appreciation dinner for you. We put you up in the hotel. Everything be on us. Just show great appreciation for the people who decide to donate that amount. It don't matter if you donate amount with time and it added up to 5,000, or you just did one lump sum. But that's what you're gonna do for all the people that donate $5,000 or more is fly them in, see the studio personally, take pictures, have a great appreciation dinner, special cake and everything. Just a great weekend. Just for those who decide to donate that much. So, but like I said, I'll talk a little bit more about it in the video tomorrow, so on the main channel. But that's one of the things that we're going to do, and even different other levels. Giving out plaques, T-shirts, all kind of different things that we're going to do for the different award levels. So just to give something back to you guys for helping us with that project. So I don't want you guys to think that, oh yeah, that's right. It don't matter where you live in the world. If you donate the $5,000, we flying you in. If you live in the UK, we flying you in. If you live in Japan, we flying you in. It doesn't matter. You coming here to the States, as long as you have your visa and all that other stuff, you vetted. Nah, I ain't in control of that. You come over here, we see the studio, special appreciation dinner, thank you for coming, and we'll send you back home. This goes to anybody all over the world, not just people in the U.S. or Canada, Mexico, or everything else. Even if, you don't have to donate just $5,000 at one time. You may build up to that. But we at the end of the campaign, we can verify you donated $5,000, so we see your name. Well, then you're part of people that will get the message, say, hey, because of course when you donate that, you're gonna have to put your address and stuff like that in there. Say, hey, give us your address. Set the date up, get the plane tickets. Trust me, we'll put y'all up at a good hotel close to the Galleria here in Houston, which is great shopping off the area around Westheimer. We didn't not gonna put you no ghetto fabulous spot. We don't do ghetto fabulous here. Everything, professional, and something that you would be my guest here in Houston. So my whole calendar be cleared for my guests. So
let me donate. I can go a party for that's what I should donate.
Well, yeah. Miss Gabriella, that weekend, we do that. You have to come too now. So, Tanya, you have to come too now.
I can't get a appreciation dinner. I gotta host.
Yeah.
That's okay.
How can I get an advice show? Well, okay, we making special T-shirts. The new advice show T-shirts, we're making special ones. So, if you want to get the special shirts, you have to donate a minimum of 100 for the special shirts. And I made a deal with a G County T-shirt company here in the Houston area, the black-owned business. They have partnered with me to say they will help us with the shirts and get us a great cost. So we are getting it set up. We've talked to Southwest Airlines. We talked to different airlines about different prices. So we're very, very serious about this. Because I want you guys to see, what you help contribute to. I just think that would be awesome for me just to meet you guys, have you guys here, just talk. It would be great. It'd be great. And you guys can try my wife's professional cakes. My wife's very good on cakes. If some of you know about her cakes, you can check them out on Instagram, Clara Sweet Creations. She makes all kinds. So she'll make us a good one. This depends on how many people there. So, Phil, yes, we do have a website. Oh, Ms. Gabrielle put it in there? Yeah, but am I going to report stories from other parts of the world? Well, the guys, let me tell you where I'm at right now. This is truth. Okay. We get this new studio, the platform's going to have to change. Now, you say, what do you mean by that? As of right now, and I think I told you guys this, I do this, and 4 days out of the week I do work. I have a 4-day on, 4-day off schedule. I do have a job. We get this new studio, we're going to have to stop doing the 4 on, 4 off job. We're going to have to. we'll have to do the news 24/7. Now, in the past 3 weeks, I took 3 weeks off to see how it would be to do this full time. It works out a lot better. I can give you guys a lot more than when I'm working 4 on 4 off. Now, what I've been doing to compensate for that is doing the daily videos, so I can upload something every day. Look like you guys like that a lot better. That I'm uploading new videos at 5 a.m. But that's one change that's going to happen. Even where my job knows at any time I can walk away from it. But I mean that's what's going to change. Different parts of the world. If I get good stories, I have no problem reporting it. The only issue I have with reporting stories from different parts of the world, I understand American law, understand American politics, American sentiment, and if I do a story from Europe, I don't know the laws. I can just speak on a moral or a observant aspect, I guess. I can't speak on, well, that's against the law and it's not right. That sort of thing. So, okay, 4 a.m. Okay. Let me say, okay. All right, man. See you next video. What about regular shirts, the ones you used to wear? Let me think. You can go to theadviceshow.spreadshirt.com and you can check out the shirts there. The ones the like say the regular ones. If you want to check one out, you gain a following. You can hire someone from the UK. But if I do that, that means I got to travel over there. I'm trying to take care of stuff here first. They say take care of home first. Then you worry. Be honest with you, if we got big enough, no one country I'm going to go to is definitely an African country. We're going to have a Advice Show Media Network Africa.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we definitely got to get some Africa in there now. So you got to go to motherland. I'm just saying, if we ever got that big where the money was right, we can go over to an English-speaking African country that don't have terrorism. Yeah, I think that would be great.
Me and Gabriella can be on-site reporters.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna move to Africa?
You report.
No, I wouldn't move, but I may try to get dual citizenship. Why not?
Dual citizenship. Everybody else doing it. But yeah, like I was saying, so that's one thing that would possibly is going to have to change. So like I said, I do a video about that, and like I said, the 500,000 subscribers and explain that process. And like I said, I just have a lot of faith that we will get the studio, we will get it done, and that's just really why I'm at with it. And I know we have enough people that watch this program enough to say, hey, I can be part of that group to donate $100. And even if you say, well, I ain't got that right now. Well, like I said, but I have 25. I can give 25 every week, or I can give 20, 50 every other week, to get to that point. That's cool too. It don't matter as long as it get done. I know we can do this. I know we can. I'm not going to accept that because I'm black and crabs in the barrel. I'm just not going to accept that. That's not even in my mind. We want to just, keep pushing forward, keep having faith, and I've always done things that people say I couldn't do. Even look to now. So yeah, I'm not gonna stop. A lot of y'all want me to go ahead, Tanya.
Even now more than ever, we need alternative media. Now more than ever. I mean, it may be back when YouTube first started, people weren't sure, really where to go, what their platform was going to be. But now, as you see everything that's going on, we need this platform. We need it. We have to be able to discuss these things and talk about these things, and it's just very important to keep it going.
Exactly. Admin94 says she saw my wife's cakes. Yeah, okay. Well, she'll make the cake for the appreciation banquet for everybody. I already told her about it. I said, hey, appreciation banquet, you making the cake. She said, okay. So, it had to be something. So, whenever you can, if you can, whenever you can, that's cool. So, you want to hire a young guy from the East Coast. We got to take care of Houston first. So, if you don't mind, how much would the studio cost? Well, the budget has to be $250,000. That's the budget that we discussed with the contractor. Um, Now, if we can get some sort of deal in between, or we can add certain things or take certain things, whatever we want to do, our budget is 250. That's
Okay.
that's where the max is at. But we're gonna do everything out of that. Everything's gonna come out of that. So we have a lot of different ideas. That the drawing we had, it is the studio, but we can definitely add things to make it better and all kind of stuff like that. So we want to go because this is the thing when you're dealing with these people in business, you don't want to say, "Well, I don't know." No, you want to sit at the table and say, "I have $250,000. This is the budget." Not saying we're gonna exceed that budget, but if we could get underneath it, that's great. And if we get underneath it, we can do more things. Like, let's say if we can cut it down or get a deal or maybe switch some things out. Let's say we got 250, but it end up going to 200. Fine, okay. Well, we got 50. What you do with the 50? With a 50, we could do a lot of promotion, push out the product a lot more, bring more people in to help us revamp the things that really we need to revamp. It's
Have
a
in
whole
studio guests.
studio guests, some studio guests, because not all guests is willing to come in just on GP. We have to pay them to fly out, pay for their hotel, pay for their food. Any maintenance costs that make, let's say one of the screens have a problem. I don't want to have a nice video wall and one of the screens go out, hey man, the video wall screen out. So you want to have money to stay there for maintenance. You want to just have that, reserved. So if let's say if it was underneath that, but we definitely want to have that. That's the going rate, 100%. Of course, you got to add taxes because even if it's at 200, it may come up to 215 or something with taxes and labor, and we don't know what it's gonna come up to. So when I told him that was the budget, he said that's perfect. He said we can work with that or try to get underneath it, but that's where you need to be, and that's from the contractor himself. Like that drawing was not something I just came up with. No, that was the contractor themselves. Somebody asked, "Do you have a contractor?" Yes, I have an actual contractor. I have a company. That's what they do, broadcast design. They do news sets all the time. Local news, national news. They've done it for Telemundo, all kind of different stations. So this is not no backwoods person. No, this is a real people. What you say gets from the youngster. Like I said, I don't have no desire to interview the man. I don't know him like that. You know.
Who?
No, they asked about the dude from Young Turks. I don't know him like that. I mean, in my opinion, he's just real liberal, and that's great. It's a so when we expand, are you staying on YouTube or on your own website? The plan about that, I'm gonna stay on YouTube, but I'm also going to create. This is what I want to do. I want to eventually have like a news program for the site, and then certain videos for YouTube, so I don't stop there because you don't want to put everything on YouTube because you're subject to YouTube's rules. Maybe I want to talk about certain things. Maybe I want to show certain stories, and I can't. So let's say we have some surplus, we can revamp the website, get different video players. We can do all kind of things with that. If that's a big if, we had something extra. We still got an Advice Show app. Maybe we have to change that. We didn't pay any money to get that app. Somebody built it for us, but maybe we can revamp that, put a little money into that. So, we can definitely find so many different things to do. We're trying to go on the road and do some speaking. Our business manager has it all lined up how you want to do it. I definitely want to come to your city. Different events that you may have. You say, hey, brother, I'd like you to come out and speak. I'm waiting to get some. Trust me. Call me, email me. He will get it set up if we can make that work. Let's see here. Freedom. Well, yeah. Let me see. Since your platform is still getting bigger from all over, are you going to report it? I think I already answered that question, Abby. Website would be more profitable. Well, it depends on. I don't know what route to go with that. You say profitable. I don't know what to go with. Well, if we change it to a monthly fee, or because I noticed the bigger websites do that. I really don't want to do that, but it cuts down on the riffraff too. So I don't know. I just don't know. I haven't thought that far yet. My thoughts is the studio. That's just my thoughts. We talk about all the other stuff after the fact. To Catch a Predator. Yeah, that was a good show. Oh, that was a good show, To Catch a Predator. No, if you guys think it's Chris Hansen, y'all crazy. What was that man doing today? Chris Hansen. Boy, he's a busting people. We need that show back on. I know if I had the money, I'd be like, Chris Hansen, can you start that show back up? Sure, you can show it here. We love to watch them jokers get busted.
So we have 500,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
It would only take half of them to donate $1.
We don't need. That's not what I.
And
That's not what I think. Now we just need 2,400 and at least 80 people to donate $100, and we have it done. You don't need that many.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Don't need
true.
that many.
That'll work. You're right.
Because you can't tell me we don't have that many people to say, you know what, I really enjoy this program enough to say, I want to get that done. You know, I want to help you get this done. You know, it's like you can't tell me that. You know, because shoot, I dedicate my time even when I'm sick to this platform. You know,
Yeah, we have some loyal subscribers. I know we do.
You know, so it's.
I've read a couple comments where people have said they don't even watch the news anymore. They just come straight to you.
I know, okay, but like I said, help me do more. That's my thing. You help me.
That's right.
That's all. Help me do more. Like I said, I'm doing it on a limited time, limited resources. If you help me get more, then I could do more. And like I said, trust me, we do this, you probably gonna see a different version then. I'll probably get worse with the media, worse with how I call them out. Like I said, you know, we don't need you for crap. Look at what we have done. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when people gonna start calling in. I'm like, well, shoot, I want to come do an interview. Oh, now you want to come do an interview? When I had this, you know, that's why sometimes I get that why people do that. Like, you don't want to come around with somebody that seems like they're winning all of a sudden. Like, we still the same people around here. You know what I'm saying? So, she say she watched Me and T. Yeah, that's my sister, T. You know, T good people. You know, and she told me, no, Philip, you want a person that I really talk to on YouTube. I said that's. And I said, yeah. I said, that's the same way with you. I don't talk to nobody else. I really don't. I said so, but she get it because as your subscribers grow, you deal with so much stuff that you wouldn't think you'd be dealing with as a content creator. And I do want to give out or teach people, because a lot of people ask me how you build your channel, how you do this, how you do that. I want to teach that. But the only way I want to teach that, it would have to be in maybe a tour setting, a private, you know, information setting. It's not going to be online, because I don't think that I should give out the information just willy-nilly. You know, I think it's cherished information I wish somebody would have gave me. I don't know. What you think, Ms. Gabrielle? I mean, that's be your best route?
Yeah, I mean, just
I agree.
He doesn't give all his financial information out for everybody.
No, we're not. Well, we're not asking for nobody's ties. We just asking just.
Yeah, I'm saying like
No,
his
we're not asking for that.
financial class. That's what I'm talking about. He gives out. He'll give out tips here and there, but I'm talking about he has a special class just for the financial things. That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah,
I'm talking about that. Like, you can't just go out and just tell everybody how to build your platform, how to do this, how to do that, answering detailed questions. That doesn't make any sense. You don't give that kind of information out. To everybody.
I mean, I could even help coach people. Like, let's say, well, help me build my channel, what to do, and like, you know, let's say like you want to coach a person, and they're willing to, you know, work with, basically taking them on underneath your wing to build a channel. But I know if I took you underneath my wing, you have to do everything I'm telling you to do. And my methods are not easy. Like, I believe that when you first start, you got to work like Lil Wayne, 100 features in a year. Straight up. It ain't none of this, well, I don't have time to post videos. I'm tired. I don't care if you're tired. You need to get up and post a video. That's the way it works. We say if a Korean on student gets higher ratings than CNN and Fox are going to hate him. Oh, well. Let them hate. Did I watch WrestleMania? No, sir. I didn't watch no WrestleMania. But guys, like I said, just think about it. What we talking about, at least with the studio. Um, like I said, I will put up a video tomorrow, explain everything a little bit more in detail, and just talking to people about if you can get with us, donate to that project, help us do it, help us get to the point that CNN and Fox and MSNBC be hating on us because we doing it without them. We don't need them for their crap. We don't have them for no investors. We don't have their hands in nothing. And that's when they really gonna start wondering what's going on, how they doing it, where the money coming from, and all that other stuff. So that's the part, well, they're probably gonna what? They're probably gonna hit Philip anyway. What do you mean by hit him? For what? Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying. Let's go from the bathroom to the studio. That's what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we get in that studio, we'll do a tribute video or something. Maybe we'll do a mock, process of going through the different stages or something. We can do a video in the bath, recreate the video in the bathroom, recreate the videos on the table, all the different places I've did videos. Maybe we can create those scenes to get to that studio. So
Oh, that'd be cute.
yeah, that would be great to just recreate those scenes, exactly how we did it back then. Then finally ended up in the studio, in the different, how I used to dress in different videos. I think it'd be good to process it like a nostalgia to the new thing, but we got to get there first. So we got to get there. Well, like I said, I appreciate everybody watching. Let me get off here. I still got to do more videos as well, and go check on the baby in there and the wife. So thank you guys for watching the hangout tonight, spending time with us. Like I said, please check out the GoFundMe. Give what you can. Hopefully you can give $100. Give what you can. If you give $100, make sure you go to rewards, and you'll get a special commemorative T-shirt for that, for giving $100 now. You can check out the rest of the rewards on the package itself on the GoFundMe. But see you next time, everyone.